Come on, dog. Yeah, like, yeah.
Jeez, now you're killing people.
Checked out,
Good Lord.
Let's start over. Welcome in 3HL 104.5 The Zone, where Mariah Carey is alive in the free world.
Okay, thank
So
you.
enough.
By the way, that Christmas song that she's got, I looked it up the other day. She's made $60 million off it. She makes $2.5 million every Christmas.
She hit that. She hit that song on key, on point. Yeah. But guess what?
Man, she loves Christmas.
Can I say something, though?
Sure.
I know we got to be in the holiday spirit and everything.
You don't like it? Don't say it.
Not when she sings it live as of recently. Like the last 3-4 years.
Oh, she can't
Oh,
go?
yeah, no, she can't go anymore.
Just play the
What happened?
recording, man.
She got old.
But
Yeah.
guess what, though? Everybody
She's
else is old, though. Niggas still sing.
Yeah, but not with her. I mean, not with her pipes. Like her notes that she used to be able to hit, you know that's going to go away.
Patty LaBelle can still hit them. And Patty is up there.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different
That's
level.
different.
Right, Carey, though. That one
Nah,
record
that
she had that
song
had
is,
like
man.
8 number ones on
Yeah.
it.
Jermaine Dupri. He
Yeah,
produced it.
that's
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah. Hit 'em
Atlanta.
all. Yep.
Where the
ATL.
players play.
That's it. That is it.
Where Babsy played.
It is where Babsy playing.
Peachtree City. That
That's all.
counts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It
It
counts. Yes.
It's a little south. It's the south side.
Atlanta really small.
Southside.
So you got to count everything around it. Like Buckhead isn't really Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it like its own? Isn't it like Brentwood or Franklin?
Well, that's
No,
Nashville, too.
no, because the address is still Atlanta.
Oh, is it? Okay. So you think Atlanta person? Put them in check. Thank you, Babsy. Yours just told me yeah.
That's like it's
I just
like,
told you Mariah Carey was dead.
I know, right? Oh, we
Breaking.
can't count on you for info right now.
Yeah, I got the latest Titans info next.
Hey man, I put Les Miles coaching at LSU for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, you did.
This
Yeah, you
year.
did.
This year too.
I thought you were talking about Jay Smiley for a second.
Nah, Jay Smiley in the studio though. What's up,
He
Jay
is.
Smiley?
What's up, guys?
Listen,
He's smiling. He's smiling when he said it.
You can hear his smile.
I'm
through
telling
his
you, man.
voice.
That's a perfect name, man. I love it, Jackson.
So
No longer Jackson.
we're at Buffalo Wild Wings with all these TVs on,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and one of them, ESPN is talking about Jerry Jones and what he's saying about Odell Beckham Jr. I'm tired of hearing about Odell Beckham Jr. He hasn't played since he tore his ACL in the Super Bowl. He's older. He's what, 30?
I don't know. He's still alive, though.
Yes. You have not killed him.
yes,
I'm going to
Yeah.
point out today when anybody's name comes up that they're still alive.
I don't know if
I
you should
mean,
do that though.
He went to the basketball
Jinx
game
him.
with all the Cowboys
Yeah.
and whatever
Snort.
else. I'm like, if the Cowboys are going to sign him, like, if Jerry Jones is going to do something, he would have done it, right?
You would think.
He
Cowboys
says
owner,
stand by. Stand by on,
your man.
yeah,
Southwest
on
flight.
decision.
Cowboys owner Jerry Jones told Todd Archer with ESPN when asked when the Cowboys would make a decision about signing OBJ, quote, stand by, end quote. There you go. There's the story.
So does that mean
Stand
it's
by.
gonna happen?
All of the people I just mentioned still alive.
They're on standby. Oh. Yeah, I'm with Babs though on that, man. I'm tired of, but see, you know, I'm a little different. Like I don't like all the speeches and posts and all of that. You know what I mean? The commitments, I understand that. That's cool. But the transfers and the thank yous and all that, I don't need to know all that. OBJ to me is caught up in that era and pushing it. Like,
Real good.
yeah, salt and pepper style. Yes, exactly. Like, come on, dog. You don't have to be at he's everywhere. He's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
It's like a recruiting trip for him. What is he doing different that the college kids are doing? Nothing. Nothing. This.
By the way, speaking of the college kids, I saw that
go
Oklahoma
play.
State has 6 starters in the portal.
6 starters.
Starters. in the
Oklahoma
portal.
State.
Yeah.
Well,
By the way, she's Dawn
Add
Davenport,
to it.
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm in the
Babsy.
building.
She is in the building. Along with Hunk, he's still alive. He's right there. Logan,
We need
she's still
to-
alive. She's over there. Hi. She's got busy for you.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
Samples.
we need some people in the building here.
We do need people in the
Buffalo
building.
Wild Wings in Hendersonville. That's where we are.
Maybe you're out doing some holiday shopping.
Yep.
Slide through.
Come on over here.
You got Vizzy samples. You got Brandon will help you out.
It'd
Behind
be a
the bar.
good break.
Everybody needs a drink this time of year.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Traffic.
Oh.
I was saying, this is
I'm
the time for
serious.
a drink now.
I need a drink. Traffic nowadays, if you're
It's
anywhere
serious.
near where they're shopping, you're
Yo.
in big trouble.
I know,
it's
but
serious.
Babs texted at 2:53 and said, I'll be there in 6 minutes. Traffic sucks.
I'm on the way.
And I'm like, how's that
6
different from
minutes.
any other day when you come rolling in at 59?
Just getting here. What's up?
Oh,
It's
57.
It's amazing.
Give or take a minute or two.
The other day you rolled in while Hunk was talking.
I did.
And then her GPS goes off when she hits her chair.
I had coaches calls. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how your GPS goes off. Like mine goes off in a general area of where I'm going. Yours goes off when you hit your chair.
Because
Oh, yeah. Mine knows exactly where I need to be.
That's what I was going to say. And
He's Ron Slade.
I'm in the
ladies and
building.
gentlemen.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Good job, Jay Smile.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Man, so I had trouble sleeping last night. So I tweeted at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Who's up? Hashtag team no sleep. I had 46 likes, 14 comments. I'm like,
Everybody up.
everybody out there. Man, you understand how many 3HL listeners we have that are out there grinding at all hours of the day? Like, I had multiple people that were like, man, I've been at work since 2:30 in the morning.
Just getting to it.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on your to tweet.
Yeah.
And then they respond.
To acknowledge the fact that they're out there busting their ass
Yeah.
for their family at 3 in the morning.
Grinding. That's what it's about, baby.
That's it. That's
Get
the
to
goal.
it.
There's a lot going on, man. A lot of Titans news out there. The Titans have designated defensive back Lonnie Johnson to return. That would give the Titans one more roster spot. They pull him off IR.
Right.
From IR.
Because coming into the week, it was 3. Zach Cunningham, Lonnie Johnson. We're down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is still floating on IR there?
Elijah Molden. David Long Jr., who they need back desperately.
Could really, really help.
And then Kyle Phillips, who we all forgot about. Like, he's still alive, though.
I feel
But we all
like they
forgot
could
about
use him desperately
Yeah.
offensively, too.
Think him and David Long right there in the same boat.
Yeah, so you're not going to get both of them.
So, okay, I'm new to this. So explain to me what happens
Well, this
to,
is a newer rule
yeah.
anyway.
But what happens to Kyle Phillips then if you bring David Long back first?
He can't come back.
He just hangs on
What do you mean, can't
IR
come back?
for the year.
He's done.
He's done.
For the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cashed.
You
Homie.
have eight
So you paid a whole year
transactions.
for a player.
Well, yeah, which you're going to do anyway.
I mean, yeah,
there
but
on
golly.
IR.
Dang.
Yeah, man,
Business.
your money's your money, but what?
That's
It's
tough,
a
dog.
business.
Yeah, that's tough right there. So we won't see him the next year.
Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know how to answer that question because
I don't know.
maybe he's the one that comes back.
Right.
Either way.
But
Like,
we
you
haven't-
can't lose David Long.
I know, but
Yeah,
we,
but if he's not going to be healthy enough to help you, I mean,
we
you're
hadn't
at least
even,
4 weeks away from him. From
So
last
what's wrong
week.
with just
I mean,
shutting that guy down on the roster? You can't just shut him down on the roster?
Have you seen the lack of depth for this Titans team?
That's why they debate on putting people on the IR.
Yeah.
I'm like, they don't have any extra spots to just keep somebody that
Golly.
can't do something at this point.
Not spotted at Thursday's Titans practice from Jim Wyatt. Wide receiver Traylon Burks still in concussion protocol.
He ain't playing.
He ain't playing.
Nope. Get healthy.
Yeah.
Cornerback Christian Fulton, groin injury.
That's going to linger all through, man. The
I don't
rest of
think-
the season.
Groin, man.
Rest of the
For
season.
that
I don't think he'll-
possession-
You need
or
a break.
position, Yeah.
You need
Yeah,
a
so
break.
what you're saying is that even if he comes back, he's not going to
Yeah.
be 100, like completely right.
And it was one tweak, and he gone for 2 more weeks.
or some overcompensation
Right.
or something.
Yeah.
Well, and you're looking at a playoff run, and that's when you need it.
Running back Derrick Henry, no surprise there. Defensive lineman Jeffrey Simmons, no surprise there. Safety Amani Hooker. Guard Nate Davis. Running back Dontrell Hilliard, who I heard Mike Keith last night say that Coach Vrabel already ruled him out.
Yep.
And wide receiver C.J. Board.
Well, it's a lot. That's a lot of people.
It's like their own little
tis
portal.
the normal.
It's the
Yeah,
injury portal.
It's a lot of people, though.
What they built a special tent for these guys. Put in some rehab
I just don't understand. See, this is
machines.
why they should take my. See, I'm trying to tell everybody how to do it.
Like
How-
rest.
Dating back, yes, the rest. Like, just, hey, sit down, man.
Oh, that's right. You
Don't
wanted
do it.
you wanted
Yeah.
everybody to rest
This was
against.
this was 3 weeks ago.
When was that?
Green
Denver?
Bay.
Green Bay.
He
Yeah,
wanted,
Green Bay.
he wanted Jeffrey Simmons to rest.
Yeah.
The problem with Jeffrey Simmons playing injured is what I just said. Like, you could overcompensate and then end up doing something else.
Well, and then the other
You know?
problem is he's playing without Danico Autry,
Right.
which clearly has affected
Yeah,
him
so
and his go ahead, success.
you the one kind of talking me into this, Babsy.
What?
People, what's important?
AFC South games,
Boom. Stop.
playoffs.
Yeah, we don't need nothing else. That's it.
Yeah, but now you need, like, games.
Now you have to win. You've now put yourself in a position where you got to win games to make the playoffs, to secure the division. I know the percentages came out on like making the playoffs, and the
Right.
Jags are up to like 13% now.
Yep.
Titans are still 86.9 or something, 86 something. So I mean, they clearly they control their own destiny, but you still got to win games.
Right.
The magic number's 3. So if they could somehow beat the Chargers and the Cowboys beat the Jags, then you only need one win or a loss from Indianapolis
Right.
and Jacksonville.
I mean, you've put yourself in a great position because of what you've done in the division already.
Which is
Right.
what Mike Keith said when we were all doom and glooming. He's like, well, they did put themselves in a good position to absorb some losses.
I'm cool with that.
It's hard
Which
to,
is true.
But it's hard to see what they're going through and what they're putting on the field, the product they're putting on the field at this point in the season as you're gearing up and looking for a playoff run. You know, I get it. That's why it's all doom and gloom with Titans fans. But,
Well-
I mean, you still got to be positive here.
Plus, they're lucky they're in the AFC South. There's that. Also returning to practice today, wide receiver Robert Woods.
All right, Bobby
was-
Trees.
He was sick.
Good to go. Hey, man, there's a lot of junk going around
It
right
is.
now.
Little bugs
Wash
rolling
your
around.
hands.
That's right, Babs.
Can I
Bring-
use sanitizer?
Yes. Bring back the fist bump.
I love it.
They're wearing masks again in schools in Philadelphia. Did you see that?
Oh, gosh, come on.
We'll be right back. Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. She's Babs. Ross Lay here. Brett Doherty. Hunk is here. CJ's here. Kirby's here. All God's children are here. We'll be right back on 104.5 The Zone. Wings in Hendersonville. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, all here.
What's happening?
What's up with you? Why are you grinning and laughing like that?
Y'all are crazy. You too. That's why.
Why are you all grinning and stuff? Like,
No, because it's the holiday.
I don't know.
Everybody's getting ready, getting in the holiday spirit, you know, figuring out gifts.
you
It's
sure
just
didn't sound
fun.
like you were in the holiday spirit when you came rambling in here complaining about traffic.
Well, traffic dampers you a little bit,
It
but
does.
then you
Well,
chill out,
Look at that.
and it's all good.
I see somebody walking in the door. First, hey,
Look at that.
come here, Hunk. Now that you gave up your mic,
Gave up.
what happened with the little baby Hunk Titans last night?
Some bull crap is what happened.
You're the one.
Is that a good
playing
way to
it.
describe it?
Did Slay watch? Did you watch?
Slay, have you saw the play, didn't you? Dude,
Slay was calling
never
the game.
ever tell me that a video game is not as realistic as
What
they
up?
are in 2022. Because Dennis Daly whiffed
Oh.
on two players
That's
blitzing on the left side to cause Tannehill to fumble to lose
That's
the game.
unbelievable to me. There is no way possible that could happen. That game is not accurate in
Oh.
any way, shape, or form.
Oh, I've got the highlights to prove it.
Dennis Daly.
Dennis
There's no
Daly.
way he's whiffing on a block.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean,
that's
not even just
amazing.
with he wouldn't have even got the guy down on two-hand touch. These guys just ran right past him.
So what's your record now? You lost again.
Losing. It's 5-9.
5-9.
Yeah, we have determined we will have a losing season this year.
All right.
Unlike
You-
last year, where we at least went into the final week 500. But yeah, losing season.
You determined that you're
Yeah,
going to have a
yeah, it
losing
is.
season.
If you want to see the highlight of Dennis Daly whiffing on two players,
Nope,
You can
I
go to
think everybody
3HL.
sees enough of it every Sunday. Thank
Do
you.
what?
Speaking of Dennis Daly, let me go ahead and welcome Ramon Foster into the mix. Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Hawk. Appreciate you. What
Big
up, what up, Ramon?
savagery.
Not much, man.
Are you
know?
sure you can't play left tackle right now? You're all slim and everything.
I could, man, but it's a matter for how long.
Yeah, the longevity
All
of
right,
it. huh?
here you go.
That's the answer.
It doesn't have to be very long. It's already week 15.
I mean, the stuff that I've seen, I mean, we pretty much are doing the same thing. I can say that because the
Hey,
film
man,
says that.
I think
This is
Film
true.
says
That's
that.
exactly
I
right.
think
I
we
can
can
say
plug
that.
and play you at left tackle based on these stats. You ready for this? I'm glad you're in here.
gosh.
From @Titan Stats, since PFF started tracking pressures allowed in 2006, tackle David Quesenberry in 2021 is the only other Titan offensive lineman to allow 11 sacks in a season. Dennis Daly has done that. Quesenberry did it in 18 starts. Daly has done it impressively in 11.
Eclipse that.
Golly.
Eclipse that.
Offensive tackle Dennis Daly has allowed 7 sacks in the last 4 games.
I'm going to be real.
How do you make it through film session, Ramon?
You know what? That's why I always say is this. No, if he was in our room, he wouldn't make it through film session. You don't make it through film session. Like, it get to a point to where the players just be like, all right, man, we got to do something. Or it would never get physical. I don't want to say that, but there was a sense of pride in that room. So it's like, hey, what you going to do? Like, and that's one thing I loved about my group was everybody could be called out.
You had
From
a great- you had a
Marquise, the
great group.
All-Pro, from DeCastro, the All-Pro, to the young guy that was starting in one game. You're going to get called out if you less than, and not just in the game, in practice. And,
Practice?
you know,
You're talking about practice?
Practice?
Camp was insane. Like, the demand to perform, afterwards we're going to joke, we're going to have a good time, we're going to have fun. And Daly is a trade guy, too. So it's not necessarily like he went through camp with these guys. He probably walk in and still to this day like, heck, y'all came and got me. I didn't ask for this.
That's true too. That's
We
true
said
too.
that the other
Be
day.
real.
Like, honestly, to a point, like he's doing the best he can. And
Yeah.
He
it's not,
is.
It's not
He
like
didn't-
he's doing it on purpose.
right. He
Yeah.
didn't put himself out there.
And again, this is that's true too. The other part of it is he wasn't brought here to be a starter. He was brought here
Yeah.
for depth.
Right.
And I tell people all the time, it's one thing to start. Anybody can start for a game or a string of games. But when you got that entire season in front of you and they break you down week after week, you give up one thing, and then what starters do is they make it go away quick. They might be a show of it the next week, but by week 3, it better be gone. Because if it's not gone by week 3, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like coaches do say, be consistently good and consistently bad. That's the reason he getting a chip every week, every pass play.
So when you watch him,
And
I
still
know,
whiffing.
and still, yeah, that's the problem. You watch, like, we see obviously what they do, but
Yeah.
but put on your, like, looking at technique, all of that. Like, I feel like he's, I don't know how to say it properly in football terms, but I feel like he's off balance often.
You know what you should say? He's chasing right now.
He's chasing? Is
He's
that what it
chasing.
is? Okay.
To me, he's doing stuff that's out of the box. Like no left tackle for the most part, unless you just that athletic, is going out punching with two hands. Bab, if I punch you with two hands, I'm going to demonstrate for radio people. I'm going to put my arms out, and all Bab's got to do is swipe, and I'm off balance.
Yep.
I'm done. If he punches with one hand, I still got balance on my inside. He's losing balance to the inside being a left-sided guy because he's over his heels a little bit, or he's feeling the pressure of not giving up sacks, which is another thing. Overperforming can be something.
Yeah.
He's trying to get there and not lose, and what do you do when you tense up? Everything stiffens up at that point.
And you can get moved.
And then you get, 100%. So it's a combination of a lot of things. And then the other side of it, too, what's the dynamic of what they have in that room? Ben is a leader, but Ben is a worker leader, I think.
Right.
He's got all young guys next to him. Nate's been in and out a little bit. I'm not making an excuse for him. I'm just saying the O-line in general is just not where you want it to be due to injuries and due, honestly, to probably the new starters. I think it'd be better. I'll say this. Had Dylan Radins potentially won that starting job.
Yeah.
Because you have a year of experience, you have a calming sense, and truthfully, you probably be able to put NPF over to the left side.
What the heck?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happened with Dylan Radins? I mean, honestly, and we were talking to Jimmy Wyatt too, and yesterday, because I was like, "What do you do there? Like, what's the move you make?" And he's like, "It's not even Dylan Radins there. Like, you can't make that move."
You can't, because Dylan Radins' feet to me aren't fast enough to play left tackle. And I can say that because my feet weren't fast enough to play left or right tackle.
Yeah.
Moving me in the guard, that is okay. I played all tackle in college, except for one game I played left guard, my first ever start at UT. And the situation is this. It's okay to say, I'm not strong at this, okay? So be better at the other things that you are. I was a heck of an athlete for a college tackle and even better pro guard, okay? Like my feet were quick enough for guard.
Right.
And that's where I feel like his strengths are. For you to go get a FCS guy, right? I always mix that up. FCS guy. You can't just go off his athletic ability. You can't just go off a man he flashes, and he also missed the majority of a year, too.
In 2 years, they played one game because of COVID.
If you're going to get somebody at that division, he better be a dog.
Yeah.
Because the competition doesn't correlate to what you're going to see on the D1 level. It just doesn't. So if we go into the FCS side of the ball, we better hit. Don't hit me with the flashes. Oh, that P word potential. No, screw that. I need to see everything he did. He probably needs to almost be at his ceiling, or he needs years of development. One of the guys I know that starts with left guard for the Chargers right now, he was in Pittsburgh with me, Matt Filer. He comes from Bloomsburg College.
Yeah.
Matt was with us for 3 years on practice squad before he actually got his starts. In those 3 years, he learned physicality. We was on his neck. And then he learned the technique of being able to play and consistently be a starter.
That's and now it's paying off.
And that's what's paying off for him.
That's not a first or a second round pick.
He started 1 year, and I think Matt cashed in for like $28 million because they knew he was a proven product then. He had basically gone through the farm system.
Yeah.
That's what that year of maturity and Radins just ain't there right now. But then you look at this offensive line, the way it's constructed, whether it be got too old or Taylor got hurt too soon or you couldn't really find a replacement at right tackle, there was no room for you to ease Dylan Radins in too. I ain't making an excuse for him. If it's bad, it's bad. And I savage to tell you, I feel sorry for nobody that get drafted and go into the league and then they out quick. Babs, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Man, no. If you suck, you suck. And I'm okay with saying that too.
Yeah.
You don't feel a little bad for Dennis Staley?
Babs.
I do.
No, because you know why? My first start was in Baltimore on Sunday Night Football.
Oh.
Okay? I don't feel sorry for nobody. If you walk out there, whether you injured or whether you less than, that's all on you. The savage side of that sport is insane. And you know what somebody else is doing right now? Licking their chops saying, man, I can't wait till that spot open up for competition next year.
Yeah.
So how did it go on that Sunday night game? How nervous were you?
Oh, out of this world. Out of this world. And what's crazy, it wasn't even Ben starting. It was Dennis Dixon. I was just out. We had a backup quarterback on the road in Baltimore, and I'm at right guard at the time just like figuring out, man, I got Haloti Nada, Ray Lewis out there. I never forget hitting Ray Lewis. I was just like, I just hit Ray Lewis in my mind. That's just where I was, and they was humping at the time. We didn't make the playoffs that year. We was 8-8. I started the last 4 games of the season, and it was just a cooler ride. I'll say this. The thing that I did, and I'll tell almost anybody in that position that Dennis Daly is at, and this is what I said about Pittsburgh O-line. I do a pod on them, too. I said they just need to go out there and fight. I don't care what you do. It's the same thing we talk about with development of kids.
Yep.
If I see one little thing that you got, a fight, I can work with everything else.
With it.
I can work, and I don't know if we're seeing that fight out of Daly in a sense, and I don't want to be disrespectful to that side of it because this fight might look different than mine, okay, or might look different than Ben Jones. But if I don't see him dumping folks and pushing back, and I was at least going to talk trash. Yeah. I might not have won the physical side of it, but you was going to get these words, man.
I would love to hear you talking trash.
Oh, you don't want that, man. It would be so disrespectful.
I know.
You're like the nicest big teddy bear.
You'd be like 10.
Yeah, I would be. And guess what, Mayor? After the game, I come up, dap you. Hey, man, that was a good battle.
Yeah.
But I had to say that to you. That's how it would be.
Yeah.
That's what they said about Bruce Matthews. Like, he wouldn't really say much, but he would just knock the ever-loving crap out of you and then land on you and then, like, help you up.
Yeah.
You need up, little buddy?
Oh, I couldn't wait. Or if we dumped you, like, I was like, hey, come on, let me line you up again. The reason I want to line them up so I can do it again.
If we dumped you.
Yeah.
Ramon Foster with us live in Hendersonville at Buffalo Wild Wings. Appreciate Ramon coming. Out here. We always love talking Titans football with you in the offensive line. Speaking of offensive line, offensive tackle for the Vols, Darnell Wright will enter the NFL draft. Announced that today. He will take the field, though, one more time with his Vol brothers in the Orange Bowl. So he's not opting out.
It's so different for OL, though.
Yeah.
We don't really
It's a
opt out of
different
that
world.
unless did Quinn Nelson opt out. Maybe he did. It's rare that offensive linemen do because the more work you can get on film, the better it is for you. Right. If he goes to those Senior Bowl games, whether it be the Shriner game or the Senior Bowl, he gets an opportunity to get the one-on-one, so they're going to break him down there, and then it's better competition. Senior Bowl says everybody who's anybody is going to be there. I feel like my former teammate Robert Ayers won the defensive MVP at that game, and he went first round because of how he played in that Senior Bowl. O-line need those reps, which is why I always kind of say you build an offensive line. It ain't one of them Devontae, who was it? Not when Waddle, was it Waddle that went down and then Jameson came around in Alabama? I think it was that's
Waddle went down during the season.
And then Jameson really took off after that. Jameson's plug and play. That's what you do at that position. O-line, I need to see reps against a quick guy, small guy, tall guy, fast guy, big guy. I need all of them, and that's what the Senior Bowl provides.
By the way, Jameson Williams now playing for the Detroit Lions and playing well.
So
fast
to that point, you put skill out there, it's going to take over.
But credit to the Lions who drafted a guy with an ACL and just were patient and waited.
Just don't do that. Don't make it a trend. I think we saw that here.
Like the Titans?
I was talking to somebody about that in a sense recently. I was just like, what, do you get cocky because of it working?
Because not everybody is a Jeffrey Simmons.
Right.
No. And not every injury is the same. I mean, Jeffrey Simmons was coming off an ACL. Caleb Farley's coming off back injuries and serious stuff.
You feel me? Like, that's a difference right there. The ACL, Savage been through it. I'm fortunate I never had one of these. Woo. But the ACL is a mindset injury.
Yes.
Get back. That back, you're going to feel that probably for the rest of your life, and you got to be on it at all times.
Yeah, you better be aware of possible ACL tears with these tables we get up from. Man, I bang my knee on these things, boy.
We'll tap them on.
Nothing worse than a knee tap.
All right, Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. Big Savagery. Ramon Foster is with us from Ramon, Kayla, and Will.
Yeah.
6 to 10 weekdays on 104.5 The Zone. We have things to give away. If you come down here to Hendersonville, Buffalo Wild Wings, get your name in the box, see CJ. And get your name in the box. You will have an opportunity to win a Titans polo this hour. I guess we'll give that away in the next segment, so get here quickly.
That's the Icky Bob.
Titans Cowboys tickets, 2 club level tickets, thanks to Kelly with Buffalo Wild Wings in the 4 o'clock hour, so just before 5 o'clock, and Titans Texans tickets in the 5 o'clock hour, just before the end of the show. We also have the Ron Slay Miller Lite Wash Away Toast. Well, we need that. Can we do it early? Can we do like 3 of them?
I'm not here to argue that.
I am. Yeah. I got to do a show with you fools. No.
Not if we did 3 of them. I'd be laying on that bar asleep.
Can I say something? I heard y'all before I came up here, man. Y'all were talking about injuries, Babs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what was the gist of the conversation about trying to get Kyle back or Jeff? And you
Oh,
mentioned
yeah.
the
choice.
choice.
The number
Yeah.
of players that you're trying to get back from injured reserve.
Losing one.
I know the NFL and all sports is a fan-driven league. 100%. I'll never push back, and I'm forever grateful for fans, the support, and everything that goes around it. But there is a dark, dirty side of the NFL in which players have to protect themselves that don't necessarily happen. And it's kind of forced sometimes, too. I'm looking at a situation that happened here. Ola got cut this week, right? Was it this week?
Yeah.
Yep.
He got cut
Monday.
this week, Monday. Okay, so Ola goes to IR week after week 2. Comes back from IR. Plays in a game in Philly. Logs 2 tackles.
Yep.
Get cut. And then messes around and goes to Pittsburgh and fails a physical.
He failed.
Yeah, he
I
failed
didn't
the
realize
physical
he
today.
failed it.
Failed the
Oh.
physical. So I say this. When it comes to Kyle Phillips, Jeff looking out for himself because he got a whole lot on the line. Just a bunch of players that are in that position where I got to push through. Or the fans aspect of it say, hey, y'all are soft. It's just this or just that. I'll say this, and I even said it earlier, and it made me check myself. I said Cunningham's situation, it's an elbow. You know what? As long as you stay injured and on that roster, you got a job. Ola left and was probably still injured. And he goes and try to make a team in another place, probably still hurt from his previous injury here. Because you cannot, in this league, cut an injured player. You cannot. And that right there to me is the dark, dirty side of what the NFL is and for the fans. And even myself this morning when I was going at Cunningham about his elbow,
Yeah.
I apologize for that because that moment right there made me realize he played one game and then got cut. All they said, you healthy enough, get out there, and then we're done.
Yeah.
Now, Ola still gets paid by the
Because
Titans,
he's a vested
right?
veteran.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Like for the season.
Rest of
So,
the season, yep.
Yeah, the
But
rest of the season.
Imagine just being on a team, though. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
an interesting
I
point.
know,
At,
yeah.
at Ramon Foster on Twitter. Buffalo
Good
Wild
point.
Wings in Hendersonville, 3HL, powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. More next on 104.5 The Zone. 4-5 the zone. Brent Norton, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. And when we come to humble Hendersonville,
It is that.
the man, the myth, the legend, who lives up this way, Ramon Foster, usually shows up.
It was actually an accident right outside of my house. I got like this treacherous intersection on New Shackle and Drakes Creek Road. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I know
for
it
sure.
from my days in news.
Do
Yeah.
you know it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
You
been.
can't
Because
turn
there's
left there.
lots of accidents.
I
there.
ain't even trying to politic this right here, but we've been begging, okay, for an answer in that intersection. I pull out today trying to make it here on time. Lo and behold, I see blue lights outside at that intersection. So if you're traveling down New Shackle, take
Be careful.
Yeah, go the other route.
Yeah.
You know the reason I'm scared about it? My kids eventually gonna have to drive, and I hate that intersection.
Oh, yeah.
They need a
More
light.
real.
Yeah.
You get
move
go
by your brother.
politic. Get a new light or something there.
Man, they say we need a light.
Or move closer to your brother.
See, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah, come
there
on
you
in.
go.
Come on into Williamson.
Just saying.
Bougie Brentwood, Wealthy Williamson.
Hey, bro.
You like that,
Come
Babs?
on.
You like that, Babs?
I don't know about that.
brother man.
I know Slay and Babs live like real close to each other.
Yeah.
For real?
Throw a
Come on
boomerang
and
over
party.
Oh, and Filthy Franklin, baby. Filthy Rich Franklin.
Oh.
That's
So-
where we at.
Here's what happens when it
That's where we
snows.
at.
Like me and Slay are the two idiots on the road that love to drive in the snow. Like I love it.
Yeah, we gone.
I love to
Yeah.
drive in the snow.
Bunch of jerks. They're like, oh yeah, we'll do the
Dog's like-
show from in studio. I'm like, listen, jerks, you might like to drive in that. I don't, and I can't get out of my damn neighborhood.
Right. So then Slay's like, well, I'll just come pick you up, Bessie.
You know what's crazy about driving in the snow? You do not realize the hills and crevices that dips in the road until you got to
Sure
drive
don't.
5 miles per hour, baby.
Yep.
I drove down, Ellington, when I got stuck that day before my birthday weekend in January, when we had the big storm in January.
Yep.
Oh, when you hit the pothole,
Oh, my. No, it wasn't a pothole. I've had a lot of car trouble. Ain't I, Mayor?
you have every time I turn around in the morning, man.
Shout out to my people at Two Rivers Ford, though, too. That's how
That's
folks
right.
got
They
it.
always take care of you.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. Like, I mean, and seriously, like Davidson County gets out of school a lot because of jolting,
yeah.
honestly, because they're way up high.
Okay.
And so those country roads up there, man, you can't send a school bus with a bunch of kids and those seat belts around there.
No.
That's
No.
one thing we never speak about as adults, now that I'm a parent.
What?
Why don't school buses have
I've been
friggin'
on this.
seatbelts?
They
I've been
do.
on this.
They do?
They do.
They deep down in the seat, dog. I'm telling you.
You got
I
to rip a
found
finger
one.
off?
Not all of them.
No, not
Slay
all of
said-
them.
Was this when you were principal for a day? You found the seatbelt?
No, this was a long, long time ago when I was going to West End Middle School.
Alex, be far away. When we were kids, you found them?
Yeah, I found
There's
one.
no way,
I'm
man.
telling you, man, it's so deep down in the seat, you'll never
Mr.
find it.
O'Banion driving me around Houston, man.
I
There
thought
were
I
no
dropped something.
seatbelts.
I was trying to find it.
No, I've been on that. I've also been on you fall forward and stay there. I mean, you spring forward and stay there. I don't want falling back.
As
I don't
far
like
as weather?
No, time
time.
change.
Oh, time
I don't
change.
like it dark at 4:30.
Man, I don't know no better. But, hey, if y'all say we need it, then I'm good. Will
Well,
brought
they're
it up
doing
this
it.
morning and said that
Those
that
are my
means
two things.
it'll be daylight at 8 o'clock a.m. then
So,
because the sun come up later.
True.
But it'll be daylight when
You
I get
say
home,
that 'cause
so
you
I can throw a baseball with my kids.
See, there we go, just neglecting the morning crew.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know. It's dark when we go in, baby. I love it, though,
Hey,
man.
you're a grown ass man. You can deal with it.
You're right. We were in a rush to become adults. Now here we are.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Ramon Foster. If
Yeah,
Russell
yeah.
Wilson cannot go on Sunday, the Denver Broncos will start Brett Rippon at quarterback. Guess who the backup would be?
Me?
Former Tennessee quarterback Jarrett Garantano.
Is it really?
I hope Jared gets in. I hope no nothing happened to the other dude, but
You're like, I hope Rippon goes down. JJ,
yeah,
get in there.
I want to see JG go crazy out
Always
there
say
too,
a sprained finger.
I wanna see him go
let
nuts.
him have like a hangnail of a pinky thumb or something. Pinky finger.
Would they
ingrown
pronounce
toenail.
it Garantano or Tano?
It is
Yes.
Garantano, isn't it?
Yes.
I just
forgot.
call him Geronimo.
Yeah, you got that.
JG.
His senior year. That's
right.
when we found out his senior
Moses
year.
Asivagi.
No matter what happens, they'll probably cook just as much as Russ has this year. Can you imagine holding that
Very
team to
Boy,
to
there was a blast.
Yeah, I mean, it's being real right there. Russ he cooked his way to the bank, but it was raw meat when we got home, though.
It sure was. Look good on the outside, with nothing on the inside.
I swear, he cooked it too high.
Yep.
I always
That's
tell
what it
people that.
was.
Like something like that, you're like, oh, there's a blast. I did it.
Yeah.
But it's not opinion. That's fact.
That's facts.
I mean,
and
Nathaniel.
what's crazy?
Yes.
He's got enough weapons in the sense of that he can't say I'm tanking for more wide receivers next year. No, it ain't that.
We got plenty.
He's just cheeks this week or this year.
Give us Jared Judy. Watch what we could do with him.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Oh, Babsy.
I'm sorry. You can't do
With
much.
a better offensive line.
Yes.
It's like
His
Garrett Bowles
offensive line isn't a problem, though, right?
No, it's not a huge
Yeah.
problem.
So that's
No,
what
I'm saying the Titans' offensive line. Doesn't
No, yeah,
matter
yeah,
who
yeah,
your
yeah.
quarterback is. Doesn't matter who your receivers are. If your quarterback doesn't have any time to throw
Absolutely
the ball.
right.
You know what? 2022 was the year, okay? Here in Nashville, Tennessee, okay? There was a lot of ups and downs to make it to this point. But you folks, you people, okay?
Yeah.
We've been telling y'all for a very long time, we matter on the football field. Ha, offensive line. Ha, yeah, now y'all see what a good old line will do for you.
What a bad old line will do for
2022
ya.
was the year y'all realized the big dudes just ain't in front of people.
I'll tell you
It's
what.
just taking up space. Huh?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what the Titans offensive line has done for us is given us a lot to talk about with you.
This is
That's
true.
true.
Very true.
It's been hot talking about
And you
this
you
offensive
have
line.
gotten to educate the entire fan base
Yeah.
on O-line play. Normally, we would never ask you about technique.
I
Of the,
know, and
You're
responsibility.
Offensive line coach. Real quick, Vol wide receiver Jalen Hyatt, 13th unanimous All-American in Tennessee history.
Beautiful.
Lindenkoff winner, 67 receptions, which is 7th most all-time in a season at Tennessee, 1,267 yards, which is 2nd most all-time, just 32 yards short
Wow.
of Joey Kent's record. He opted out of the bowl game.
Joey.
Hold on to it, JK.
Remain a
My
legend,
man.
baby.
That's it, baby.
And 15 touchdowns, which is number 1 all-time in a season, and number 4 all-time for a career.
What's crazy is you forget how low stats are in college because guys take so long to start and play.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that ain't low for college. That's super high. But in the NFL, you be like, man, them boys get 1,500 in the season.
Right.
You think J.K. popped a bottle of champagne like the damn 72 Dolphins whenever the last undefeated team loses?
I would.
When Jalen Hyde opted out of the bowl game?
And choke his son out again. That's what he did. That's what he do. You see what I did, boy? They tried to get me again this year.
I've been doing it.
You ain't gonna never be a whole slice of cheese.
Ramon Foster, Ramon, Kayla, and Will. You catch them 6 to 10 weekday mornings on 104.5 The Zone. Thanks for popping in, Big Savagery.
anytime.
Appreciate you,
I
Big
can
Greg.
always do this show, man. This is crazy. 3XP. I'm changing the name. 3 hour party.
There you go, 3-hour
Hey.
party. That's pretty good. I like that. We should have thought of that 12 years ago. Hey, do we have a winner for the Titans Polo?
we do.
Uh-oh.
Are you doing the winner for the Titans Polo?
Well, yeah, because Hunk doesn't have a mic.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah. My mic now.
Hunt's
Yes.
losing AT. Airtime.
Yeah.
I know
stay
this
now.
guy though. He's sitting at the bar right there. Tony the Stud.
Oh,
You get
Tony
the
wins.
polo.
The Polo. All right, so we're
Boom.
giving away. Get here, Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. Get your name in the box. Your chance to win
Yeah, there you
Titans
go, Savage.
Cowboys
Little
tickets
harmonizer.
I like when bad.
about an hour from now. Titans Texans tickets about 2 hours from now. We'll do that as we return the Thursday edition. I'm looking at my Wednesday sheet. Thursday edition of
Dude.
3HL, broadcasting live from Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville, powered by Spring
yeah.
Hill Heating and Cooling.
NHL.
Powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling.
With Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
All right, guys, your mics are on in 3, 2, 1.
3HL 1045 The Zone, bringing the noise to Hendersonville. Buffalo Wild Wings is where we are. Powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Everybody out there shopping, man. Traffic is intense. Be careful.
Everybody shopping.
Don't run in the red. It'll be all right.
Yeah, man. Like hey, you spot on with that,
Deep breaths.
You got to go out there, man. Go in the holiday spirit, cheerful, and be patient. Be patient.
Yeah, like Dawn Davenport.
Like that look. Like she giving me. See, that's the look. Instead of letting me over, that's the look that she would give me if she saw me with my blinker on.
I'd be like, get out of the way. Make your turn. Why are you going slow in the fast lane? Get on it.
See? This just make me
Pay
take my
attention.
Santa hat off.
I think Dawn
Put my
would be a
Grinch ears on.
great Uber driver, don't you?
No.
Oh, my gosh, no.
Man, Babs would be pulling off on people and everything.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Get out. Get out of my car.
I mean, my
Don't pull over.
10-year-old stepson, I took him to school this morning because baby Babs had a doctor's appointment with Dr. Mantle, our favorite. Put her tubes in her ears. But my 10-year-old stepson doesn't even want to ride with me because he thinks I'm a terrible driver.
Babsy.
And that I
thinks or knows?
get too angry at people when I drive.
I could,
It's going to be okay, Dawn.
I'm like,
I
that
could
is
see
not
that.
true. It's not true.
Can you get, will Thatcher say that? Like, hey, it's going to be okay.
No,
Does
but
he call you
does
Babs, too?
say no, but he does say, "Hey, Dad, are you sure that you're not going to take me to school today?"
clutching on the door handle.
She is Dawn Davenport.
I'm in the building.
You see
See?
her in traffic, get
Perfect
the hell
song.
out of the way.
She don't care about a
Don't
reputation.
drive slow in the passing lane.
Seattle and the 49ers coming up tonight. 3.5-point line in this game. Seattle, Ron Slade, 9-1 their last 10 straight up on Thursday night.
Where are they playing, Yoral? At Seattle.
See, gotta
At
ask
Seattle.
me questions.
That's Seattle.
Okay, thank you. It's at Seattle.
Just said that.
You did, Babs. Good job, Babs.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good job, Babs.
Her voice blended with mine
Listen.
right there. It was okay.
Listen.
I really heard you. I'm just messing with you. Here's Ron Slay.
I'm in the building. Okay. All right.
And from Nashville, Tennessee.
You're right.
6 foot
I like that, Jay Smiley, because it is a big-time game coming up this weekend, baby.
Slay.
There's one taking place
Y'all better buckle up.
in
This car ain't got no roof.
Seattle, a plus 150 underdog, 3.5-point underdog at home. What do you think there, Slade?
man, I'm Purdy. Purdy got me. I don't know which way to go with Purdy. Purdy, the quarterback. And who's the backup for
Brock.
Purdy?
Ugly. Ugly's the backup for Purdy.
That was the worst dad joke
Okay.
of the year on 3
And he's just chuckled.
Where's the-
That was
just taking
that
himself
one.
over here,
Listen,
too.
Will Bowling is
Yeah.
sitting in traffic laughing right now.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
ball.
that was a Will joke.
Exactly what I was about to say is Will Bowling thought that was a
Bowling's
bad
like-
dad joke.
Bowling's like, good job,
Purdy.
Mayor. Way to go.
Purdy.
I don't know anything about him either. Now he's on tape also.
He is on tape.
I know a little bit about him just because I covered him.
What'd you
in
think, Babs? He can score?
Yeah.
Where was he?
Is it
Iowa
real what
State?
we saw?
Iowa State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was impressed with him, but I want to say I can't remember if it was 3 years ago or 2. Anyway, but they had now I can't remember his name, but they had that back that was legit. So they ran the ball a bunch and a really good offensive line.
And he's questionable, but I'm sure he'll play.
Who Brock Purdy is?
Yeah, he's going to
Debo's out.
So
You know
who's his
what?
backup? Josh Johnson?
Let's see.
Oh,
Let's
my
see.
gosh.
Who was that, Yor?
Dude,
how many
I thought
teams
that
does-
guy was like 80.
How many teams has Josh Johnson played on?
With that name.
He's 36 years old.
Oh, yeah, he's just hanging on, baby.
Hey, man.
Get them checks.
Colt McCoy's 36 years old, too.
That's right.
Is
Get
that
them
their
checks.
legit their backup hunk?
Joe Johnson. What's his name?
Josh.
Josh Johnson.
Joe Johnson played basketball.
Yes, he did. Go get it, too, boy. Yes, he did.
How many teams?
The history report of how many teams he's played on is
just read 'em.
longer than the Titans injury report.
Just read them.
That's
Josh Johnson played for.
Here we go. Tampa Bay Bucks, San Francisco 49ers, Sacramento Mountain Lions, Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals, San Francisco 49ers, Cincinnati Bengals, New York Jets, Indianapolis Colts, Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, New York Giants, Houston Texans, Oakland Raiders, Washington Redskins,
come on.
San Diego
God.
Fleet, Detroit Lions, Los Angeles Wildcats, San Francisco 49ers, New York Jets, Baltimore Ravens, Denver Broncos, and the 49ers.
23 teams.
Up.
23, if I counted correctly. You were
Now,
going pretty
some
fast.
of those teams were the same team, like in different
and then
stints.
Other
but
teams sounded like teams from movies.
Yeah, the San
23
Francisco Mountain Lions.
Sacramento.
That's a great name.
Is that what it was?
Sacramento Mountain Lions.
Sacramento
You had
Mountain Lions?
the San Diego Fleet was a member of the AAF. That was one team that he played on.
The AAF.
The Sacramento Mountain Lions
The awful
was
AF.
the Sacramento Mountain Lions was a part of the United Football League.
You know how good
the
you got to
UFL.
be, though? You know how good you got to be on these many teams?
23 teams.
Like, you got to be that good not to just get cut. Like, dude, go home. Like, he just get to
Seriously,
keep coming back. Like,
he's
that's
36 years
that's what
old.
I'm saying.
And there's probably people out there that have never heard of him. And he has made a career
I only know.
out of the
Dude.
I only
backup,
knew
backup.
to ask the question, how many teams has he been on? Because we've done this before. Because
Really?
he's been on.
I don't remember
every
doing
year.
this. That's amazing.
Can you imagine him going to go speak
23
at a school?
transactions.
Like, that's a story right
Can you
there.
imagine his boom boom room?
Man, never
He's got
give up.
He's got a jersey from all of his teams.
Man, that's a 36-hour boom boom room interview.
He was the XFL passer rating leader in 2020
See what I'm saying?
So he still got it.
See?
Oh yeah, that qualifies.
for the Los
At
Angeles
34.
Wildcats.
Oh, for the Wildcats, though.
Oh yeah.
At 34 years old.
Wait, the Sacramento what?
Wildcats.
No.
No, Mountain
Those
Oh,
are
Lions.
Los
Sacramento
Angeles.
Mountain Lions.
So he played for the Wildcats and the Mountain Lions.
He's just
and the Fleet.
He's
Maybe
a
it's the
feline.
same.
He's a feline.
That's unbelievable.
That guy's Buck Rising's favorite player.
Yeah, so is it. Play for all the feline teams.
Do you know how many passes he's actually thrown in the NFL?
Wait, 23 teams. How many passes has he thrown?
At least 772.
Well, there's like 20 NFL teams.
772.
No, I'm going with.
The number's triple digits. I'll tell you that.
Okay, I'm
telling
going
y'all.
with 113.
772.
240.
He threw 355 times in his career so far in the NFL.
I'm the closest.
No, you aren't.
He threw
Oh,
177
I went over,
of
that's
those
right.
passes for Tampa Bay.
Don't you know Price is Right? You can't go over.
That's what I thought you could
Yeah,
go
by the
over.
way, happy birthday to, what was that guy's name?
Bob Barker?
Bob Barker.
The
turned-
price is wrong, witch.
Listen to her sinister laugh over here, man. I like when you hang out in traffic. By the way,
Sets
Bob
her up.
Barker, happy birthday, Bob Barker, who turned 99 the other day.
Wow.
I thought legitimately he was dead, honestly.
See, I was scared to say that, but I'm glad you did because I didn't want him to check out. Bob's, what was he? He was in the Adam Sandler movie, right?
Yeah, that's what that line was from.
Happy
Oh.
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Thanks, Babson.
He got in a fight. Happy Gilmore
I
got in a
remember
fight
it.
with Bob Barker.
I remember it.
Bob Barker
Yeah,
beat
he was
his
old
arse.
then.
And he said the price is wrong.
Is he still out here in the public eye?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
What do you mean by that, though? Like
like,
he's out walking around? Like he went to Kroger
like can I
yesterday?
see him can I see him in the mall wherever he is?
He's personally spaying and neutering your pets.
Oh, my gosh.
What? That was his line.
I know.
That's what he did.
I didn't know
Bob
that.
playing golf somewhere though.
He might be Buck Rising's favorite game show host.
He's not a feline too.
He was good at golf.
Bob Barker.
See?
Oh, man. Chip said, didn't Josh Johnson beat the Titans once? I think that's true.
Nah, come on, y'all.
Aw,
Nah,
probably.
they're trying to
But it was
pour
a-
I
it
think
on.
Blake freaking Bortles beat the
He's
Titans.
just pouring it
once.
on to our team, man.
Don't pet the horse, Bortles.
Bortles.
You sounded like you went straight
I
New
did.
England when you said
I
his
did.
name. No, I think Josh Johnson started a preseason game against the Titans in which the Titans lost.
Okay, preseason doesn't
I
count. We
think
don't
that
count
that's
that.
true. I don't know. I've been wrong today. I mean, I had Mariah Carey checked out.
Josh Johnson.
And
I
she's
kind of
still
want
with
to
us.
see him. Sorry, Brock. Sorry, Mr. Irrelevant.
That's tough. man.
Gary on Twitter, you can tweet us at 3HL1045, said, boy, I'm glad I wasn't taking a drink when Ramon Foster said Russ cooked his way to the bank, but it was raw meat when we got home.
That was funny. Never heard that.
Oh, man. 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. Titans wide receiver Traylon Burks still in concussion protocol. Anybody feel good about him playing this week?
Nope. And I'm cool with it. Settle on down, big fella.
Although when did Ben Jones come back?
I don't know. Real quick.
What,
I've
in 2
never
weeks?
seen I've
Yeah,
never seen
cut you off,
anybody.
didn't it?
I did cut you off, sorry. But I've never seen anybody so happy about people taking rest.
That's right. That's
Sorry,
right. We
Matthew.
got a goal in mind, and it's down the line.
They gonna get there?
Yeah, they're gonna get there if you listen to me and rest these people.
Okay, well, you can't screw it up and then not get there, and then the rest is irrelevant.
Yeah, they can rest on the boat in the offseason.
Okay.
With Ryan Tannehill and a bunch of Celsius or whatever.
All right. Everybody listening, by a show of hands, who's gonna win this game? Chargers, put your hand up. Titans, put your hand down. Oh, see? So y'all think the Titans gonna win? Everybody got their hand down.
Did you just trick us?
Oh, you just tricked us. I still didn't figure it out after you told us you tricked us.
I need a Mountain Dew.
I need a weekend to
Or
bear
But that's
beer.
what I'm saying. If we all think that, I mean, of course, in their locker room is different. They say you got good energy going around. Come on, y'all. Like, they hot. You're going out there. Let's settle down. Don't get on that plane. Not for the guys that's hurt. Let's get ready for what's the next game? The
Dallas
home
Cowboys.
game. No, it's one before that.
Oh, Texans.
Texas. That's the one. Oh, yeah, down there. Yeah, buddy. That's the one, Babs. That's the one we coming in with. We're going to roll them. Then guess what we are? Sitting up atop.
and then you can rest.
Again.
Yeah, but what
The 29th. That's a short week.
You know the Titans could lose easily to the Chargers, as we just illustrated with your trick.
Yeah, because everybody thinks the Titans are going to lose to the Chargers.
And I will say this. If you listen to the Bet the
Everybody in
Board
this room.
podcast,
Yeah. Everybody raised their
see,
hand.
y'all cut me off that time. Eye
ahead.
for an eye.
242. Touche.
Speaking of, you ever get Mike the Tiger's tooth back?
No, why would I give it back?
I don't know. Try,
No, it's
try to jam
basketball season. Now they
Yeah.
really don't get it back.
Try to jam it right back up in there so you can steal it during basketball season.
No, I got it. I'm going to tease them outside the gate.
What was I talking about? Oh, listen to the Bet the Board podcast, and they may give you a reason why the Dallas Cowboys will go down in Jacksonville.
Man, get out of here.
Then you get the Jacksonville Jaguars with a win, the Titans with a loss, and now you got a one-game lead with 3 to go.
I understand Jacksonville
Yo,
looks
Jacksonville
good. Jacksonville's
is
they are good.
rolling right now.
They're not.
Trevor Lawrence is keeping receipts.
That defense
He
is
is.
not disciplined enough to go and get a victory against Dallas. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well, guess who
I'll tell you right
almost
now.
got a victory over Dallas? The Texans.
Yeah.
The garbage Texans.
I bet it. I went with the Texans. You told me to go with them. 17.5. I took it. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen. That's what I'm telling you on this one, Babsy. Listen.
She told you to go with that?
Yeah, she said, I'm not. When we was talking to Todd Firm, she was like, I wouldn't bet that. I'm going to stay all the way away from there. If I were going to bet, I would take the Texans.
I didn't say that at all. But okay.
That's what I thought.
I thought you did say something like maybe I wanted you to say that.
You made a fictional bet.
Yeah, so that bet, well, I won. Thank you, Babs.
Fictional Babs,
man.
betting expert.
She telepathically
I
told
remember
me
her saying I would stay away from a line that
I-
big, and that's what Todd said.
I stay away from any line that big in the NFL.
And
All right, we
okay,
need-
What
Take a
is
break.
Dallas is 16? Is it 16 now?
for Jacksonville?
I'm sorry.
No, it's 4.
Texans, Kansas City is what?
Oh,
16?
yep.
15 or 16.
Now that's a little different.
Okay.
Pat Mahomes is a little bit different than Dallas.
Okay.
I mean, Dax is how they're throwing it straight to guys. Like, you see that one on the 10-yard line?
I did. The
Here you go, man. Y'all want the ball first and goal? Here it is.
Their defense is super talented, Jacksonville. It ain't that disciplined, I don't believe, to go and stop them.
All right, more from Hendersonville, Buffalo Wild Wings. Coming up next, the Wash Away Toast at 4:45 for Ron Slay and Miller Lite. If you're here, you'll get a Miller Lite
Sure enough, Will.
for free,
Yes, you will. Then you have to drink it.
and you'll have to drink it. We'll do all that coming up. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Get the Vols and Arizona. Tip-off is Saturday night at 9:30 on Nashville.
from Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville, powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. Brent Doherty on Davenport, Ron Slade.
Yeah.
Miller Lite Wash Away Toast coming up in the 445 segment. We'll also give away Titans Cowboys tickets during that segment as well, so get here. If you're here, when we do the Wash Away Toast, you'll get a free Miller Lite.
Yes, you will.
And we've got something to wash away.
But something? Some things.
Let's talk a little Titans Jags and Titans Chargers with Greg Cosell, the best film evaluator in the world. Greg Cosell, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, are you guys ever in studio?
That's a good question.
No,
Greg.
we're going every Thursday, and you just happen to come on Thursdays.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Well, that, and we like to hang out in bars, Cosell.
Yeah.
That was the next question.
Hey, so before we get into things, I saw a stat on Dennis Daly. He's given up 11 sacks in 11 games. He's given up 7 in the last 4.
Is that not good?
I don't, Cosell. I don't know that
Cosell's got jokes.
I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that.
Well, I probably have in my time, but that's the problem. Is he was, first of all, he was not brought in to be a starter. Second of all, he's not a tackle. He's a guard in the NFL. So now he's forced to play tackle as a starter. So the results arguably are somewhat predictable, but it leads to other things. It leads to the fact that you now, particularly on third down, need to keep people in to chip or to help as primary pass protectors because of him. And they do that at times with on the other side as well with Petit Frere because he's a rookie. So you're limiting your pass game pretty significantly on third down because you're losing 2 eligible receivers as primary receivers. So there's a domino effect besides just the fact that Daly is not a strong one-on-one pass protector.
Can you imagine being a play caller trying to figure that out? Like, I need to call like a 7-step drop or something to get the ball down the field, and I'm terrified to do it.
I mean, there's been teams through the years that obviously have had to do that, and I imagine it can be done, but it limits you pretty significantly.
Yeah.
And I noticed that last year as well too. When
Yeah.
I did a deep dive on the Titans on third down this past summer, I noticed that quite a bit last season as well. So that's one of the reasons that their pass game struggles, particularly on third down, because it's just it makes it harder. Because at its core, football is a numbers game. If you're essentially sending out 3 truly eligible receivers, 3 primary eligibles, and there's 2 others who are essentially secondary types because they have to chip or help, then and the other team can rush 4. Then they're defending with 7 against your 3, and that's a tough deal.
That is a tough deal.
What do you see developmentally from Trevor Lawrence at this point? No interceptions in the last 5. He just looks completely confident back there.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I was saying to one of the guys on the matchup show today as we were sitting watching tape that, so much of this is who you play as well as you're developing. So for instance, Lawrence has clearly over the last 4 or 5 weeks been quicker with his drop, been quicker with his set. His release looks a little quicker as well, not quite as deliberate. He's much more decisive, so the ball's coming out. But then he plays the Titans, and unfortunately for the Titans, at this point in time, they can't rush the quarterback. They're not a big blitz team, so they're relying on their front 4, and they can't get there. And there's so many injuries in the secondary that they're forced to play Amani Hooker as their slot corner. And I'm not talking about playing big nickel on 1st and 10 with 3 safeties. I'm talking about him being their slot corner on, 2nd and long, 3rd and long in passing situations. So they end up playing far more zone, and therefore they become more predictable to play against. And Lawrence clearly was sharp. I mean, he was decisive in the pocket. The ball came out. He didn't get stuck. So no, he was fortunate as he's continuing to develop that he was able to play the Titans this past week. It'll be a different story for him. I'm not saying he'll play poorly, but tactically it'll be a different game when they play the Cowboys this week, who can pressure the quarterback and play the highest percentage of man coverage in the NFL.
Yeah, that's interesting. So how affected are the Titans without Danico Autry? Because I think they had 32 sacks, which was a good number when he went out, and now they can't get any pressure at all.
Yeah, and obviously, as the season progresses, you know, you have to look at the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. What happened week 1, 2, 3, 4 at this point in time is not overly relevant to an evaluation of a team. So we've seen in the last couple of weeks playing against the Eagles and the Jaguars, they can't get near the quarterback with their 4-down pass rush. And that's really stood out. That we saw that, and of course the Eagles may have the best O-line in the league, but that pass rush was stoned. Hurts was never really bothered. Even Lawrence, you know, this past week there was not really pressure on him. So this is whether you want to put that on Danico Autry, and I think that's somewhat valid. He's a really good player, and he works really well with Simmons inside, which of course they've lost that. That's a big factor in why they're not able to rush the quarterback. But the reality is they're not able to rush the quarterback with any consistency with their down 4 right now.
At Greg Cosell on Twitter.
I want to get your take on Dylan Cole, because I'm not sure if you
Oh,
saw.
Lord.
I know, but I don't know if you saw. He was visibly upset. Tweeted how awful he was. He was frustrated. Never thought he'd play football that bad in his entire life. Like, it was. I mean, you want to talk about accountability? He definitely took it. So I want your take at what the film showed on him.
You know, Don, I wasn't watching him, you know, individually,
Right,
on each play, so that's hard for me to answer. Plus, you know, I would have to watch every play in great detail to know what his assignment was. He could be saying that. In other words, he could be responding to that on plays where he was not a factor at all, where he did something wrong that you wouldn't necessarily know about unless you really knew what his assignment was on a specific play.
right.
I mean, there were a couple of things that stood out, but I don't know if realistically maybe he thinks he should have made those plays. I mean, I can remember specifically a boot play to Marvin Jones where Cole, was trying to run with him, and he was the guy that had to run with him on the sort of intermediate over route across the field. But to me, that's kind of unrealistic. You know, to ask him off play action to then have to turn and run with a wide receiver, but maybe he thought that was a play where he needed to make. I don't know. But watching the tape, I didn't come away saying, God, this defense, was fine except for Dylan Cole. Boy, he was bad.
Right.
I certainly didn't come away from that. But look, he knows, the players know, the coaches know, and I'm sure that he probably did not play well if he is coming out and saying so publicly.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Greg, let me ask you this, and this may be off the cuff. What's the biggest difference in Downing and Tim Kelly? If you remember Kelly from Houston calling plays, and then Downing, what you've seen of him, is it a big difference in the way they call plays, or is it always kind of based around the personnel that they have? If you even know that.
I'll say this: I don't know that, so I don't want to say something wrong. Because again, play calling, Slay, is an interesting thing because you really have to be in the meeting rooms and understand how they think about all that.
Right.
So it's easy. Look, believe me, I don't live under a rock, so I know Todd Downing is getting ripped. But first of all, number one, the general approach of the offense probably does not come from Todd Downing. It probably comes from Mike Vrabel. Just the general philosophy of how they want to play. Okay, and we know that going back 2, 3, 4 years, they've had success essentially playing this way. Now, they had better people on the outside, and that always helps. When you have A.J. Brown and Corey Davis, that helps. But the general philosophy is probably a Mike Vrabel thing. So now you get into a situation where this is a team still built on Derrick Henry, and if you're going to play that way, Slade, there's one thing you absolutely need. You need your defense playing at a pretty high level.
Yeah.
And that's not happening right now. So now what happens is, what do? Now you have to throw the ball, and you have to throw the ball in ways you don't really want to throw the ball, because you want to be in a position where you're throwing the ball proactively, not reactively. And now you have to throw the ball reactively, and you're not really equipped to do that either from a philosophy standpoint or from a personnel standpoint. I mean, think about this. So the Titans are down 20 to 14 at the half, okay?
Yeah.
The Jaguars come out and they have a 7.5-minute touchdown drive, which makes the game 27-14, and all of a sudden half of the third quarter is gone, okay? And when an offense has a drive that takes up that amount of time, it's more than just the time. There's a feel that, man, this game's getting away from us, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So now there's only 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter, and the Titans get the ball. So what do they do on their first play? They come out with 6 offensive linemen and 2 tight ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, that's a philosophy thing. You know, that's easy to rip, but you know that's not. You know,
He's taking what we want to do. This we want to do.
Worldview.
Yeah.
Who they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about the Chargers.
You're right. You're right.
Greg Cosell with us at Greg Cosell
Playing
on
bully ball with no bullies.
Twitter. Yeah.
That's right.
Looks like they got the offense going. Justin Herbert, second in the NFL in passing yards. We know Austin Eckler's a dangerous weapon in the run game and the throw game. What does that Charger offense look like to you?
Well, the Charger offense is very rhythmic, very timing-based. They don't have a very good offensive line, so they have to play that way. This past week, Herbert moved an awful lot. He was forced to move because the O-line was not very good, so he made a lot of throws off second reaction movement, and he was outstanding doing so. He has great downfield vision. He has great ball placement on the move. Obviously, they'll go with some shot plays here and there where they max protect with 7, and they'll take their vertical shots. All their receivers are back now, so they're tough to defend because they have Williams, Allen, and Josh Palmer, who you guys know from Tennessee, who's a good player. So, you know, they have weapons. And even Everett, the tight end, he's a guy you can detach from the formation. He's got good speed. So really their weakness is their O-line, and they try to compensate for it by the fact that they try to play kind of rhythmically and get the ball out of Herbert's hands. But he's a really talented guy, big arm. Can throw on the move, can throw from the pocket, and can push it down the field when they call it. So, you know, they can be a difficult matchup, particularly with the 3 wide receivers now healthy.
Who does that put the most stress on for the Titans defensively?
I would say their approach to coverage, Dawn, because a normal down and distance situations, the way the Chargers play pass offense, you don't really get to Herbert because they get the ball out quick. So if you can't get to the quarterback and you can't disrupt him, then what do you have to disrupt in the passing game? You've got to disrupt receivers.
Right.
You know, it's one or the other. You either have to disrupt the quarterback or you have to disrupt receivers. And disrupt doesn't mean you physically have to beat them up, but then you have to have a feel for all the route concepts, maybe get bodies in the way. You know, in other words, force Herbert not to be able to hit that back foot in the quick timing pass game and have the ball come out right away. So, you know, now it gets down to film studying their offense in great detail, understanding route concepts based on receiver distribution and location, meaning how many receivers to each side and who those receivers are, because that dictates the routes. So you have to understand all those things and then play accordingly.
Great stuff there. So you look at what the Chargers were able to do to the Dolphins. You know, we're talking about Tua.
Talking about the defense, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, other side of the ball. Yeah, we're talking about Tua and how great he is right now, and he leads the NFL in all these categories or whatever. And then the Chargers defense, you know, make him look bad. So what was the key in what they were able to do?
Yeah, they had a distinct defensive profile that no other team had been willing to do up to this point, and it takes a lot of you-know-what to do it, and Brandon Staley has that. And so they played press man, and they played a healthy dose of cover 2 in which the corners can also be in press and disrupt routes, because it's the same principle. When their offense is working the way they want it to work and the way it's worked a good portion of the year, the ball comes out so quick. So you can't get to Tua. So if you're not disrupting the receivers, you're not going to stop the offense. And I've contended from the moment they got Hill that it wasn't about verticality in the offense. It was about the fact that teams would not press Hill and Waddle, and therefore the timing, rhythm, passing game that defines Tua and that he's really, really good at would be able to really flourish. So what the Chargers said was, you know what? We're going to press. We're not going to give you those easy throws where the receivers just come off the ball and get into open windows, and we're going to make it hard on the receivers, and we're even at times going to play zero man with the boundary corner, Mike Davis, so we can bring that safety in the middle and close down windows even further. So they did that, and they only got burned one time on the Hill 60-yard touchdown. Otherwise, they really kind of shut him down. There was one point in the game in which Tua was 3 for 17. So so it worked. Now, you're going to hear the word blueprint. I'm not a believer in blueprint, because I'm just not. I think that teams adjust. We'll see what first of all, I'm not sure that the Bills are going to play that way this week, but we'll see what teams do. But I'm not sure every team's going to say, okay, yeah, we're going to play press man against Hill and Waddle. I don't think you're going to see that on a weekly basis.
Greg Cosell, at Greg Cosell, the best in the business. Give him a follow if you like football. And if you are listening to us, I'm sure you like football. So at Greg Cosell. Greg, great stuff, man. Really appreciate you.
Hey, thanks, guys. Talk to you
Appreciate
next
it,
week.
Greg.
All right,
Thanks,
NFL
Cosell.
films, NFL matchup on the ESPN properties. Set your DVR because that NFL matchup show is phenomenal.
It's so good.
And it
would
comes
air
on at odd times.
Yes, and Saturday morning. So I'd be in my hotel room at my games getting ready for whatever my Saturday game is, and I always turn it on.
Greg.
I woke
So
up
good.
one night, I think like a Friday night or something, and maybe it was Saturday night. Anyway, at like 3 in the morning, and that show was on.
Yeah.
And I was like
great.
enthralled at that point. Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville, that's where we are. We are about to do the Ron Slay Miller Lite Wash Away Toast.
Going down.
We're also going to give away a pair of tickets to the Titans-Cowboys game. We still have a pair of tickets next hour to the Titans-Texans game. Make sure you see CJ when you come in the front door.
Thank you, Bob.
Just right inside the front door. Thank you, Bob. Yep. And get
Put
your name in the box. That's right. Thank you, Babs. We'll be right back. 3HL, powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling on 104.5 The Zone. HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Kirby is here. CJ is here. We call him Eki Bop. Hunk is here, coming off his defeat last night on Madden. Titans losing to the Chargers. What was the final?
Oh, thank you, Hunk.
Your mic's not on.
33 to 22.
33-22. How you going to put that on daily?
Because it was 34-22 or something like it, because it was 27-22 and I was driving.
Oh.
Down 5. Daly lets the two guys through. Tannehill fumbles.
I watched
return.
the highlight.
Yeah.
It looked like real life.
See? Even she confirmed it. Thank you.
No, you just got to get the ball quicker. Did you not hear little computer Daly yelling, "Look out"?
I heard a scream, but I didn't know what it was. It sounded really high pitched. I was terrified.
It's probably your wife.
Did you not
She knew you
hear
were losing.
Did you not hear Greg Cosell talk about how the Chargers get the ball out quick, so it's going to be hard to get to them because their offensive line is garbage?
Maybe I should have done the same thing.
Babs
is
is
what
on
you're
it.
saying.
She's on it.
Perhaps.
I will listen next week.
Perhaps maybe the Titans should look at
Or come out with 6
making that
offensive
happen.
linemen and 2 tight ends. One receiver.
Boy, that is a jumbo package, bro.
Yeah. Eligible.
All right, we're going to give away Titans-Cowboys tickets in just a second. But
Yes.
first, it's time for the weekly event that is known as the Ron Slay Miller Lite Wash Away Toast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings. Kelly, we see you. Also, Miller Lite for making this happen. Now, this right here, man, this is 3 losses in a row. Something's got to change. It's like a tough $2 steak that's playing left guard. It's kind of hard to swallow. So this right here is real simple. All we're doing is drinking this real fast. Take your time on swallowing, though, because you got to wash these losses down so we can get on to the victory. Then we have a happy holidays, get a win on the 24th, and just ride on into the Cowboys, and we'll be in the playoffs. We ain't got to worry about beating Jacksonville, even though we're going to spank them at the end. But this right here, swallow the $2 steak. Tighten up on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Every week, Miller Lite Wash Away Toast with Ron Slay. If you are in attendance at Buffalo Wild Wings with us, you will get a free Miller Lite. We're not talking about just like a shot of Miller Lite. You get a whole
It's a whole cup.
cup of Miller Lite. Yeah.
Kirby almost.
And by the way, like
Good stuff.
I've got a ton of these aluminum cups at home because it keeps your beer cold,
I
almost
love
like
these
a Yeti.
cups,
Almost
yeah.
like a Yeti. You get I'll pour like a bottle of beer in there and still have plenty of room left at the top to maybe go into another bottle of beer. That's how big these cups are that you get for free when you come to Buffalo Wild Wings for the Wash Away Toast.
And they're fun for guests that come over.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of those in
Yeah.
the house now.
Thank you, Kelly.
Over the last couple
Miller
of
Lite.
years.
Plus the entertainment value of Ron Slay when he finishes his and then lets it roll.
That one snuck out. You sneaky burp, you get back in there.
You sounded like one of them veggie bears. you
If
were talking
Kirby
about.
don't, if Kirby don't hear it, then that's what it's really not a good burp. But Kirby said he heard it. Thank you, Kirby.
Hot mess.
All right, so we give away things when we go to Buffalo Wild Wings. So coming up in the next hour, close to the end of the show, so you got an hour to get here or so to get your name in the box for Titans-Texans tickets. But right now, people have been showing up and filling out registration forms and getting those in the box for these tickets, potentially, Titans-Cowboys tickets.
That's right. Which
Is that what this is?
This is for Titans
These
Cowboys.
are hard to get.
Now, this young lady stole my blanket last time. I hope she wins, but I hope it's not a blanket. I know she's been enjoying.
I was very
He's like,
confused.
Yep.
She's been enjoying my blanket too.
She said it's warm,
I
too.
know. I bet it is right here around the holidays time. This ain't Gallatin. This is Hendersonville, even though it's right down the street. Shay probably put her name in the box and made us get it.
All right, if this is her name, you're about to hear her scream then. The winner today of a pair of tickets to Cowboys-Titans is Lauren Halsey.
Hey, I'm sick of this.
Are you serious?
I'm sick of this.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
sick of
Are
this.
you serious?
I'm sick of this.
Oh my God.
I'm sick of this.
She
I'm
said,
done. It's a
she said-
conspiracy.
she said,
it's
Slay,
a
get over here.
conspiracy.
She wants a
It's
hug,
a
Slay.
conspiracy. What is going on?
She's winning all your stuff.
Lauren, how do you keep doing it?
Oh, they're hugging it out.
Tell the people what's your secret.
It's magic.
It's magic. Yes, it is. There's no way that's supposed to keep happening, man. I just made a whole Man,
That was amazing.
I just made a whole speech about it.
I
I'm
know,
serious.
and then it happened.
My whole
Lauren.
thought was I didn't think anybody could see the sheet of paper but me. And Slay's like, she won. I'm
Her
like,
husband
what?
told me the same thing when he walked up there. He said, she's really enjoying your blanket now. So, I'm like,
That's
Lauren,
awesome.
you
Well, now
rubbing it
she's
in,
about
now
to
you can
enjoy
say, "Hey,
tickets
man."
to the Cowboys
Wow.
game.
Listen, we're going to go to the store. You're going to buy us all lottery,
Lottery
tickets.
tickets, please.
Hey,
My
man.
goodness. All right. All right. More frivolity and hijinks coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. Kevin Dyson will join us at 5:45. We'll give away Texans tickets in the next hour. All broadcasting live at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville, powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. It's now turned to night. What are you laughing at?
Babs just waved her little hand like, y'all, you boys take that right now, huh? I got another couple of things I
Like
got to.
she's the Duchess over there.
I mean, in a sense.
Maybe she's the Duchess of sports talk radio.
I mean, hey, you ain't all the way wrong.
She did kind of give that little hand flick to us, like y'all got it.
She gave me a look earlier that I started to question myself.
Yeah, she did give you a look.
Yeah, and that made me be like, whoa, wait a minute.
Now she's running over here to grab the mic.
Because she wants to say something.
So we start talking to her.
She wants to say something.
She's got cauliflower wings in her mouth.
I do.
Look.
Buffalo.
I couldn't totally hear y'all, so I could not allow this to keep going.
There's no telling what's coming out of our mouths.
No.
You better believe it.
I had to get back.
Especially after wash away toast.
Yep, she is Dawn Davenport, ladies and gentlemen.
That's bunk.
That's right. That's bunk, boys.
Come on, Jay Smiley.
I like it.
Jay Smiley producing back at the world famous Music Row. We are broadcasting live in Hendersonville at Buffalo Wild Wings, having a great time.
Yeah.
Humble Hendersonville, is that what we're rolling with?
Well, I mean, that's
Yes.
how one person refers to it, but
I like it.
perhaps he talked bad about our neighborhood.
Yeah, he said bougie Brentwood.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
What would Franklin be?
He said filthy rich Franklin.
Filthy,
filthy.
Franklin.
Yeah.
I was, yeah.
So
There's some other F words.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean,
Friendly.
they are playing the Chargers, who used to be in San Diego, which reminds me of Ron Burgundy, who said "F you, San Diego."
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Roscoe gave a Ron Burgundy reference on his show earlier. I forgot what it was.
Probably that.
Could have been.
Joe Hunk is here as well.
Hunkstar.
Fresh off his loss last night.
I think Hunk gonna have to make some moves.
Look, I would love to make a bunch of moves.
No,
you know how injured.
You gotta be weary if they make a move with you, Hunk.
No. Here's how bad my roster is
I
on
might look
Madden.
up. I might be playing
Like
Baby Hunk
J-Rob?
Titans. That's what I'm saying.
Look, okay.
J-Hunk?
Every single Wednesday before we start,
Pink
I have to make roster moves.
Pink slip Hunk.
Y'all stop it right now, okay?
Hey,
Do not.
why'd you get Tori to play next
He
week?
said,
Ollie could probably play better than I have right now, okay? Somehow in my game last night, Taylor Lewan ran out the tunnel. I have no clue how that happens.
I just spit out my Mountain Dew. Sorry,
Hey,
Kirby.
man.
And
Yeah, see, Hunk, come on, man.
and somehow Harold Landry was on punt coverage.
See?
No clue.
Hunk is out there all illegal. All illegal. Goodness gracious, dude.
Harold Landry just dying to get out there.
What?
Get me on the punt return team, man.
I'm
Snuck
telling
out
you,
there, too.
that's how hard it is to try to make this roster accurate with how many injuries this team has.
Boy, I tell you
was
what,
pulling
man.
players off the IR is done for the season.
John Madden would have challenged that game.
He
If you'd have
so
won.
would. He definitely would.
Listen, man, you got
And
IR
Daly
guy
was
out
there, but he was actually healthy. He looked like he was injured, but he was
Looked like
healthy.
he was good, huh?
I mean, he's not on the injury report. He should be for Winburn, but he should be on. But he's fine.
I mean, you paying them, so.
Winburn.
It is what it is.
Everybody flying past him.
Famous people have been in here, man. Ramon Foster has been here.
Yeah.
Jonathan Schaefer is at the bar.
Man, we're the best producer in the world.
He might be trying to
I'll be
low
low key.
be at the
Oh, sorry,
bar.
Shafe.
I'll bad, Shafe.
Just screwed it up for our
We're good.
guy.
We're good at spoiling stuff, though. We're good.
We got a bunch of people in here trying to win prizes, but Lauren's here, so y'all ain't got a chance.
Yeah, hey man. Anytime Lauren is in the building, might as well take that box and boot it. You can punt that box, punt that box all the way down the street somewhere. It's over with.
Where the ifs and fists are?
Yeah, man, right there to the corner store where me and Coach Mac hang.
What are you doing? Oh, you can't hear.
And I'm trying to figure out, can everybody else hear us?
Yeah, Lauren
Yeah.
didn't hear us.
Can y'all hear us? Oh, okay, so see, he said,
He's like, yeah, y'all are loud.
see,
Like,
Ekebob, can you turn us up a little bit?
No, Ekebob, don't
Listen,
touch
yeah,
it.
Eki Bob's going to launch missiles if he touches
yes,
those dials.
yes,
No.
yes. Uh-oh, I
China-
found somebody.
China better look out.
I want to say one thing since I'm the visitor to your broadcast. I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Oh,
Shave
nice.
dog.
See, that's
Is
the
in
type
the
of
house.
stuff he does, man. Just come out here, drop mics.
He's been waiting to do that.
Yeah,
he
that's-
nailed it
Listen,
too.
he just been sitting
Grab the
over
mic.
there like an hour. I forgot he was over there.
He did it better than you do it.
Babs.
Oh,
And that's why she's the Duchess.
where did that come from?
I don't know.
I mean,
It's-
just
it's-
launching things at you.
Listen, man, there's some people that I rely on, you know what I mean? That's my people. And then at some point, they show me. So if you see me walking around, I got a knife in my back. Don't worry, people. It's from Babsy.
Oh,
It's okay. It's not doing any harm to me. I'm not bleeding. I'm okay.
It's a long knife, too, man.
It is. Pierce my soul with it.
Give me a in the building. Hit it.
I'm in the building.
Okay. All right.
see?
Yours is still better.
Come on, Babs. You know what I mean?
Why are you going to question it? The inventor of the thing.
You feel
I
me?
just like to poke sometimes.
There he is. There's the curbster.
It's like,
Curbster, everybody been on the mic but you.
you never question the Wright brothers when they invented the plane, right?
Yeah. I mean,
It's not like Mr. Delta came along. You're like, oh, he invented it.
there may have been a couple people questioning them, but
Was there a guy named Delta, or is that just
no, it's not.
injury report? You want it?
Yes.
Did not practice for the Titans. Man, this thing is long, bro. All right. CJ Board. What is wrong with you? Out of all the people on this show, you're the one that
Bust out
loses.
laughing.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. We might not want it, but
Usually when we lose it like this, she's the one that
she's
gets
like,
us back. Like, come on, boys.
Come on. Get it together. She's like, I'm going
It is long, bro.
I'm going to ride off the rails, too. It's okay.
CJ Board, Traylon Burks, Christian Fulton, Dontrell Hilliard did not practice. Nate Davis, Derrick Henry, Amani Hooker did not practice. Jeffrey Simmons did not practice. Limited today. Danico Autry again. Back-to-back days limited. Ben Jones with a neck limited.
The fact that the Danico is out there is good. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
That is
Sorry.
good. R.I.P. Ezel with the neck injury.
Neck on my back.
My neck and my back.
Terrence Mitchell, hamstring. Limited.
That's rough.
Titans
That
designate
position.
defensive back Lonnie Johnson Jr. to return. If they take him off IR, that gives the Titans one more player to pull off IR. And among others, you've got Elijah Molden, David Long, Kyle Phillips, all still on IR. And you would only be able to pull one back. Titans wide receiver Traylon Burks still in concussion protocol. Feel good about him playing?
No.
Oh, yes. See.
Well, I was trying to bring this
That
up
was
earlier.
almost like Family Feud where
Yeah.
No.
try to get it quicker.
When Ben Jones first came back, I didn't think Ben Jones was going to play the weekend he played, though. When he was coming back from concussion protocol, he didn't practice at the beginning of the week.
No, I didn't.
He didn't. I don't even think he practiced. He was gone 2 weeks.
Did he miss 2 games?
Did he
I
miss-
thought he missed 2 games.
I think he missed 2 games.
Yeah, I think he missed 2 games.
But I'm
Buzz.
talking about when he came
When he
back.
did come back,
When
though,
he
you didn't
did
expect
come
it.
back,
Starting
he
now.
didn't practice on that Tuesday
Right,
or
you're right.
Wednesday. But I couldn't remember. I don't think he was even.
You're right.
Maybe he was limited on Thursday.
Yeah,
though,
guys are
whereas
start-
we haven't seen.
Guys are starting to
Traylon
miss
at
2
all.
games now with
Yeah.
concussions.
Yeah.
Mixon was the same way. Remember, they were like, oh, if he doesn't practice Wednesday, he's probably
Right. But I remember
done.
we said Ben Jones did not practice that Wednesday.
Yeah.
He ended up playing that weekend.
Yep.
But it was still 2, yeah.
I want to say we was
think it
coming
was-
off that short week, too. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Anyway.
true.
Yep. We ain't wrong a lot, so.
Yeah, I mean,
More
I
Mariah,
mean,
likely
we
could
are
be true.
sometimes.
yeah,
No,
Mariah
not a
Carey.
lot.
Mariah Carey's not dead; she's alive.
But
I was wrong there.
live singing, she is
She sounds like
dead.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
that was harsh?
What I really
Yeah, that
meant to
was
say
harsh.
is there's a Whitney Houston movie coming out on December 23rd.
That's how we got to that.
She is not with us any longer.
No, she's not.
There you go.
Been quite a while.
Yep.
And that takes me back to Bobby Brown and having sex with the ghost.
Here we go.
What are you? Is
Here
it
we
like
go.
your goal to bring that up every day on this
It
show?
is.
Y'all
It
keep
seems
bringing
like-
up like the circular Bobby Brown stories.
Circular Bobby
Oh
Brown.
my gosh.
Everything has something to do with Bobby Brown these days.
Circular Bobby Brown.
Did y'all
No,
know that
you
Titans?
just pull that.
Yeah, you did it.
It's you.
It wasn't
not
y'all.
us.
Y'all didn't bring it up. You probably,
Not us.
Y'all brought up Whitney.
no, we didn't. You brought that up too.
All right, get it back on track.
I
we
brought
go.
up Mariah Carey.
No, we didn't. We have not brought up any of this. This
no,
is all
no,
you.
all you dog.
I'm gonna pass out. Oh my gosh!
I'll take
Did y'all
over
know
here.
that Titans tight end Jake Okonkwo needs 10 receiving yards to break Ben Troop's rookie tight end receiving yardage record?
Oh,
Yes.
really?
That's one
That's
yes
pretty
and one
dope.
no.
No,
Yes.
mine didn't know.
Yeah.
That's
All
dope.
right, good. That surprised one guy. Yeah, that's true. That guy needs to be a bigger weapon.
Yeah.
But he has to, like, chip all the time. Takes you longer to get down the field.
You can't tap into the potential of the talent because of the offensive line. That's tough.
But as Greg Cosell said, Daly's really a backup. He shouldn't be on the field. And he's a guard.
We've been saying this all week about guys, period. Like,
somebody's got to do it. It's not like you can't trot no left tackle out there.
Some would think we are trotting no left tackle.
These are my 4. It's like Hoosiers, which you haven't seen.
And we'll be going to the right side today. I'm just saying.
We'll make it real simple for you.
I promise.
There you go.
A couple other notes. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones told Todd Archer with ESPN when asked when the Cowboys would make a decision about signing OBJ, quote, stand by, end quote. That's what CJ says when he goes over and starts turning knobs on the machine. Stand by. Vol wide receiver Jalen Hyatt, 13th unanimous All-American in Tennessee football history.
That's tough.
Blitnikoff Award winner, 32 yards away from the single-season receiving yardage record, trailing Joey Kent.
Didn't you ask Babsy who was the last, or one of y'all? No, Babsy, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the last wide receiver that was an All-American?
Yep.
Who was the last receiver All-American, Yor? You probably got that in your memory. Right?
It was the day Yoral was gone.
Was out, yep. You know that, Eke Bob? You kind of good with stuff like that.
I don't know.
The last wide receiver that was an All-American for Tennessee.
Unanimous All-American. Is it Carl Pickens? Do you have to go way back then?
That's tough.
All right, we'll look it up during the break. We'll have that for you when we come back. Plus, your phone calls. You want in, 615-737-1045. Titans-Chargers coming up this week. Chargers a 3-point favorite at home against the Titans. You feel good about that? Slade tricked me and Babs earlier into saying the Titans would win.
About it?
Feel good about winning?
The Titans winning?
Eke Bob straight off the top said maybe Robert Meacham.
Maybe Robert.
Unanimous is tough, though.
That's tough. Leach. All right, we'll look it up. All right, Eke Bob, I see you. All right, more 3HL, 615-737-1045, powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, broadcasting live for Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville. This is 1045 The Zone. Can you imagine sitting in that studio
No,
and you hear that come out of the speakers?
no. And then he put words with it.
You know
No.
they did that right there immediately.
Yeah. No. Genius. Musical genius.
3HL broadcasting live in Hendersonville at Buffalo Wild Wings. We love coming out here, seeing the people, especially Lauren because she wins all the time.
Man.
Steals things from people.
Long, yeah, for me. Good thing I didn't need them tickets coming up.
Speaking of, you asked, is it more uncomfortable to talk in the bathroom to people or the elevator?
Yes.
And you said elevator. Like, nobody talks to people in the elevator.
Yeah, I said the most common is bathroom.
Yeah, it's more cordial in the bathroom. That's where you were talking to Lauren's husband.
No, I talked to him coming out.
Of coming out of the bathroom.
Yeah. But
About how much she loves your blanket.
yeah. Our boss agreed with us though.
He did? Yeah, he did.
Or
What?
she did.
Oh, she did. The big boss.
Big boss, yeah.
Allison.
Allison.
About the bathroom or the elevator?
Nobody
Yeah.
talks in elevators.
Which
Except-
one do you think?
Why the hell did you guys have this conversation
Why
with
do
our
we have
big
any?
boss?
Why do we have any conversation?
Right. It's slaying your.
What the heck am I going to do with y'all?
To be real, Allison was telling us a story about her birthday, which
Yeah.
led to that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Babs.
Just saying, Babs.
I think
last-
they're both awkward.
We are, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they are, yes.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys too.
But no, you go in an elevator, nobody talks to each other. They just look at the numbers. That's it. But people like me and Hunk, and probably Slay, will be like, hey, how y'all doing?
Here and there.
Yeah, just to mix it up a little bit, make people feel uncomfortable. Or make them feel less uncomfortable.
Yeah, mine is the less part. I wanna
Well,
make it
yeah,
feel
but
less
it's up to them, really, because they might not want to talk,
Very true.
which is why I talk.
No, that's an aggravator. Agitator.
Instigator.
All the haters.
Dawn knows I'm an instigator. I
See?
poke the bear.
Yep. You
All
would
right.
talk to Babs in though.
Jalen Hyatt, 13th unanimous All-American Tennessee football player. The question was posed, who is the last Tennessee volunteer wide receiver unanimous All-American? The answer is
Can people call in and get the answer right?
no,
Oh,
because I don't want to hold it that long.
okay.
The answer is the last unanimous Tennessee wide receiver All-American is Jalen Hyatt. It's never been done.
The one and only.
At
Unanimous?
wide receiver U.
Wow.
That's crazy.
The last unanimous All-American at the University of Tennessee was Eric Berry in 2009.
Wow.
And also Eric Berry in 2008. Now, Eric Berry could have played wide receiver and been a unanimous All-American, I think.
Probably, yeah.
He was
Freak
just too
athlete.
much of a dog, man.
Freak athlete.
Just like I think Jawan Jennings could have been like a safety and been like an All-American.
Yeah, he's crazy enough.
Beast. And then you got Carl Pickens, who was redshirting in 1988, and Tennessee started 0-6. Doug Matthews was on that staff. They asked Carl Pickens to take that red shirt off, and he said no.
Like it.
Good
Yeah,
for
You
him.
got to protect myself. That's right.
Hyatt became the third receiver in program history to total over 1,100 receiving yards in the regular season, joining Robert Meacham.
Okay.
That was the 06 season.
Yep.
And
His name was brought up as a potential unanimous All-American, but he
Right.
was not.
Yes. And Marcus Nash
Yeah.
in 97.
That was a Peyton Manning guy.
Yeah, he's.
Was
yeah.
that your time?
No,
Slay?
it was right
That was
before
right
me.
before you.
Right
Yep.
before
And right
me, yep.
after me. That was, that was a tweener.
A little sandwich.
Marcus Nash was our sandwich.
It was a sandwich.
Interesting.
Before Eric Berry, you got to go back to Anton Davis, big Anton Davis offensive tackle in 1990. Eric Still, an offensive guard in 1989.
Wow.
Phenomenal players. I'm just rolling back through. I see some Auburn.
Because
see
I
some
wanted
Vanderbilt.
to know these guys. I wanted to know who, like,
Zach Cunningham at Vanderbilt was a unanimous All-American.
was he?
Jim
That's what's up.
Arnold, a
God,
punter at Vanderbilt, unanimous
really
All-American.
I remember hearing Zach Cunningham's name. I was
Yeah,
like,
he was-
Reggie White, 1983,
the minister.
Tennessee, unanimous All-American.
Darn.
1983.
That's a long time ago, man. When like, there's a lot of players that then came through that program.
There's 13, but a lot of those names are from a really long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Bobby Majors, 1971, defensive back. Chip Kell, offensive guard in 1970. I wonder if some of these offensive linemen could still go.
Nah, they was leather helmets almost. You almost went to the leather helmet section.
Steve Kiner, linebacker, 1969. That dude was mean.
Yeah, that's around now.
Charles Rosenfelder, offensive guard, 1968. I'm going through them all. Bob Johnson, center, 1967.
Yeah.
Well, Tennessee had a run in the 60s and 70s.
Yes, there ain't nothing but running the ball going on right there. That's why it's all offensive line.
You think that's what it was?
Yep.
Johnny Majors in 1956.
Hey.
When he finished second to Paul Hornung in the Heisman vote.
Leather
Paul
helmet.
Hornung played on a 4-7 Notre Dame team? Something like that.
That was all.
It's crazy. Still mad about that. I wasn't even alive. Hank Loricella, 1951, halfback for Tennessee. And here goes a bunch of Army names when you go back far enough. Bob Suffrage, offensive guard, 1940. Should I stop or keep going? I'm trying to give everybody props.
No, let's stop.
No, we're done.
Okay, let me stop with this. The first unanimous All-American ever was in 1924. Illinois, running back, Red Grange.
Wow.
There you go.
I was going to say Billy Jones.
Billy Johnson.
Yeah.
Billy White Shoes Johnson in 1924? I don't think so.
Just throwing a name.
Boy.
Wrong age group.
Right.
Rascal's going to come and get you. That's his
Yeah,
favorite
I know
player
it's
of all
his boy.
time.
Yeah, I know it's his boy.
I was with him. We ran into him at the Super Bowl. I thought Mickey was going to, go Fred Sanford right there.
That's his guy. Mm-hmm.
I really thought that. What do you got?
News today, just to hit on this, because the NFL owners are in their owners' meetings. You see, little bits and pieces of stuff that kind of leak out from there. But the NFL will help finance, and this is Sandy Mazza at the Tennessean put an article together if you want to go read it about it. But NFL will help finance a new Tennessee Titans stadium in Nashville if Metro Council members approve the proposal.
Way to put pressure on him.
NFL's in. What are you going to do? Yeah, so the NFL owners approved a combination of loans and grants valued at $200 million for the project at their meeting today, or yesterday, I guess.
Yes.
Titans confirmed it today.
Which, if you listen to 3HL, we told you that about, 9 months ago.
We
that
did.
the NFL was going to give $200 million.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. $2.1 billion venue, $200 million from the NFL. No taxpayer dollars, they say.
When you're talking billions, 200 million sounds so little. I'm like, that's all y'all got? Y'all ain't got nothing else for us.
Well, we're going to give you a Super Bowl. How about that?
Yeah, we'll take it. Gladly accept it.
I remember going to Indianapolis for the Super Bowl, and we were walking around downtown Indy, and we were having a conversation about Nashville. And, so when we experienced the Independence, shout out Independence High School. They had 2 players in the Army-Navy game. I don't know what that has to do with this, but they did.
Yeah.
It's just where your brain went.
Weird places.
Okay.
And so we were walking around Indianapolis going, Nashville could host a Super Bowl. So we came back and started talking about it on radio. One guy called in and goes, we don't have the sewage capacity to host a Super Bowl.
When was this?
Long time ago. Whenever that's where we saw Ice Cube at the Super Bowl at Indianapolis.
Okay. This is way before my time here. Yeah.
He was tiny, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's short.
Tiny.
Yeah, he's short.
Don, that was one of the Patriots Giants Super Bowls.
What year was that? Can you look that up? Because somebody called in. We're like, what do you mean we don't have enough sewage? So then, remember, right after that, downtown, they started ripping up the streets and putting pipes in it. So the constant joke on 3HL was like they're laying pipe on Broadway.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
That Super Bowl.
I like how you're reacting to my jokes today.
February 5th, 2012.
Well.
Oh, yeah, I was in Varese, Italy.
You remember that, Kirby?
No.
Did you go up to Indy?
Pacewell.
No. Sorry, Kirby.
2012. That was even pre-Curb.
No. He was around. I don't know why he wasn't there.
Why wouldn't the Curb still be there?
Someone else did it.
So now you
and then it
10
was
years.
number of hotel rooms.
That was the big thing.
Right. And that has all been fixed.
We're
now it's
equipped now.
stadium and hopefully Metro Council. That will be fixed.
Plenty of hotel rooms.
Are you telling them which way to vote?
I mean, it's
I
just
am.
it's a practicality thing.
Well, plus it's going to happen. So,
Well, but it needs to happen. You want to talk about The Titans are saying it. The burden of this stadium right now is on the taxpayers right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it is.
And they're trying to take it off of the taxpayers. So there you go.
I forget what the dollar amount is, but it's a lot of money that they could call from the city to do renovations on the stadium, and the city would have to charge the taxpayers.
Yep.
And so the Titans are throwing that out.
Yeah. Smart.
With this deal.
Smart. Great job.
Which means no burden on the taxpayer is what they're saying.
Good trade-off.
I'm not a city economist. I'm not like Babs. I didn't go through every major the university had to offer before I settled on broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Partly because I'm not smart enough.
Oh, by the way, that happens next week.
What?
What?
It goes in front of Metro.
Oh, I know. It already went in front of Metro, and they put it off.
Right. I think.
When
so
is
I
it?
think
The 21st?
Oh, we got to get to it, y'all.
What's Tuesday?
That is the 20.
I think it's Tuesday. I can't remember.
The 20th. I did it. I beat y'all.
Yep.
Give Nashville a Christmas present we all want.
If you want information, look up Metro's general fund.
There you
Google
go.
that with Titans, and you'll see whatever the number is that's going to fall on the taxpayers. You can find it. There's a bunch of stuff out there.
Be careful.
When are you running for office, and what office have you decided to run for?
Well, I'm going to start on school board.
Oh, school board.
That's what I was going to say. She could just push it straight through.
What are you going to do on the school board, though?
I don't know. Something. Are you saying that I can't?
No, I just don't know what you do on the school board. What do they do? Maybe I,
mean,
should
you
go to a
make
school board
decisions
meeting.
for the schools,
Big
the
decision.
districts.
Huh.
I trust you, Babs. I'm voting for you.
What do you mean? Like you're going to put books in libraries or ban them?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You're going to hire football coaches?
We're not talking about any of this on this radio show because we are not a political
Most
talk radio
definitely
show.
You
not.
just started doing that a second ago.
No, I'm just saying that
Listen.
I'm going to run for
No,
something.
here's the question.
What's the campaign slogan?
What's the campaign slogan? And tweet us at 3HL1045. What do you want to see Don Davenport run for politically?
Yes.
Like president, school board, governor, secretary of state. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me what you think I should run. You know what? My campaign slogan is going to be
Vote for
bring
me or
back,
I'll get you.
Yeah, bring back common sense.
Don't be bunk. That's
Don't
what's
be
gonna
bunk.
Yeah.
Bring
That's
back
it.
common sense.
Bring back common sense. Don't be bunk. Check the box.
615-737-1045. Connor and Franklin is next up on 3HL. Connor, what's up?
Oh, turn
Oh.
down your radio, Connor.
Jackson, put Connor on hold and go back to Connor
I mean,
and tell
in
him to
his
turn the
defense,
radio
he's
down.
been sitting there a while, so
He
we'll
has?
give him that.
That's okay.
Has he?
I think so, yeah.
5:29. He's been there 7 minutes. That's like 10 seconds for most
Well,
shows.
I think he's been there longer than that.
You
But
think
it's
so?
okay. But it's okay. Hey, Connor.
Connor's back.
Hey, Jay Smiley. Is Connor back?
Hey, Smiley.
That's my girl. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Connor, let's go. What do you got?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, we're
Doing
good.
good, Connor.
Good, good. Well, going back to Jalen Hyatt. Look, I get opting into the NFL draft. Yeah, it's a great thing, but come on now. You got to go for that Orange Bowl victory right there. I mean, I get it. Your draft, what is he? Pick number 26, I believe I read online.
Yeah, into the first round.
You get that first round pick. I mean, if you go in for that one more game, beat that receiving record, oh, man, you would definitely go in higher into the draft pick. But that's my opinion. Y'all have a great rest of your night and Merry Christmas.
I love
Merry
the pitch.
Christmas.
I love the pitch, though.
I love the pitch, but
yeah.
oh, hell no.
No, ain't no way.
You know how much money is on the line?
Exactly. Nah.
Money, future money.
If you ain't coming, if you're not coming back to school, then yeah.
See, she's trying these politician jokes.
That's
she
all
just
the way.
said like 4 things. They were the same thing.
And it all makes sense.
They'll run you around in circles, man, these people.
The answer is no.
And Jeff Fisher used to be the best at it. Maybe he should run with you. You should run for governor.
Yeah, but then I don't have a running mate.
Yeah, Jeff Fisher could be your running mate.
Oh, my gosh.
That's what Miss Laura.
Oh, no,
Laura said.
president.
Fish
Run
is,
for president.
Fish is fishing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he'll get you the
Someone said
nature vote.
4-day
That's
work
right.
weeks, Babs.
All the veggie bears will vote for you.
What's the guaranteed money for a first rounder? Like $700,000, I think, is guaranteed for a first rounder.
I don't know. I want you to run for president. I want to go back to that.
Stay right there, huh?
Kevin Dyson's
I
up
don't wanna
next. We'll
do
ask
that
him.
crap. Nobody wants to do that.
Kevin Dyson will quickly be the smartest person on this radio show. He is a doctor. That's Kevin Dyson next.
Right. Maybe he'll run with me for something. Maybe he'll elect me to the school board.
Oh.
He's a principal.
There we go.
Listen, we'll talk about it.
Baby steps.
He's influential.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin Dyson next as we broadcast live in Hendersonville at Buffalo Wild Wings. Appreciate y'all. We'll be right back. 104.5 The Zone. is from Narcos, yeah. As we come back, just having a conversation about this.
Look
song.
at Eggy Bob.
Eggy Bob's getting it down, man.
Oh, I thought this was a soccer song.
Eggy Bob,
That's
we're going to
lovely.
talk to Kevin Dyson, so you need to leave that box over there so people can get last-minute ticket chances for Titans and Texans.
Has everybody in here done it?
Oh.
Y'all need to
I
get in the
hope-
box because Lauren's going to beat you. Lauren's going to take your tickets.
I hope
She's
Lauren
out.
didn't
She
put her
already
name
won.
in there. No, Lauren will put her
She
name
ain't
in there
out.
again and win.
She's sitting right there. She's going to.
Oh,
she
she's
said
like,
her,
now her husband.
her
won.
husband can win.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, watch that happen.
Nah,
That's
it better not.
definitely
It better
happening.
not. It
That's
better
definitely. If that happens, we're drawing another name.
I'm leaving. I know they got some
Lauren's like,
fixture
I'll
going on.
sue you. We love coming out to Buffalo Wild Wings, man. This is a cool spot, too, in Hendersonville. Tons of televisions. The bar is right up in the back. They've got exposed brick in here, which I love.
It is very cool.
It's
Hey.
like a New York flat in here. Kevin Dyson, Dr. Dyson, we like to call him because he is a doctor, so might as well call him a doctor, right? You earned that, Dr. Dyson. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. Every last one of those letters, man. I earned that.
Boy, you did, man. Hey, we need to talk with you about something really important.
All right.
Dawn Davenport's going to run for office, so we're trying to figure out, whether she needs to run for president or like governor.
I said I wanted school board position.
Yeah, or school board. So she was like, Dr. Dyson can help me out. He's a constituent. He's influential.
I don't know. Do you want those headaches done? I don't know if you want those headaches.
Yes, I want to fix those headaches in
No.
the proper way,
Listen.
guys.
Listen, Dice, you either go through this world, you get headaches, or you give headaches. Dawn Davenport, I can assure you, gives headaches.
Then welcome aboard. Let's get it.
Hey, can I read you some stats that are just gonna make you? I don't know what you're gonna do. You're at your kid's game. You might like scream.
Don't worry, we're moving on from the school, but these are not school board stats.
No.
We're good.
So Dennis Daly has given up 11 sacks already, Dr. Dyson. Since PFF started tracking pressures allowed in 2006, this from @Titans Stats. David Quessenberry in 2021 is the only other Titans offensive lineman to allow 11 sacks in a season. He did it in 18 games. Dennis Daly's done it in 11. In fact, Dennis Daly has allowed 7 sacks in the last 4 games. Can you imagine being a wide receiver and you don't even get like 4 steps into your route and your quarterback's already toast?
Man, you see how it all goes hand in hand. You know, everybody was talking about receivers not getting open and things of that nature, but it all goes hand in hand. Quarterback needs to be protected. Running back needs to help pick up the blitz. Receivers need to get open. It just becomes such a frustrating offense, and that's what we're seeing, man. The lack of productivity and in totality, man, it's just getting frustrating. But, you know, when you think about those stats, that 11 stats, what does it say about Raiders or whatnot? Like, he still can't get in the game?
Mm-hmm.
How bad is that? You know what I mean? Like, why is he still sitting in the sidelines if this guy's struggling like he is?
That's tough. That is tough. Now, well, let's answer this right here. Looking at it, KD, and everybody gets emotional, man. Like, you don't play well. Things go a certain way. You can't really control them. You only can control what you want to. You're one man of 11 guys out there. Like, you can't. Like, when does it boil over to a point where you're looking at each other like, hey, man, like, come on, y'all. We got to get something. And how do you get back to that square one peg to start building back up to try to get a victory?
Man, that's a great question. I think it's literally, they'll start in his meeting room. I'm sure he's had individual meetings with offensive line coach, offensive coordinator, even probably head coach. He's probably self-evaluating, probably watching film. You know, that stuff's embarrassing, man. You know how it is when you sit in that film room and everybody's watching, you know what I mean? And then you see yourself, and it's highlighted, emphasized, you get screamed at. People just kind of, all eyes on you, the spotlight comes on you, man. That's embarrassing. But as a competitor, that's when you work on your craft. Now, we're not privy to practice meetings, the conversations, maybe even so much even practice as much. But, you know, what is he doing on his time when nobody's watching? That's the critical moment of a professional, man. It's what you're doing when nobody's watching. You know, all the lights are on you, the fans, everybody's watching you
for those 60 minutes of a game was the real testament of a true professional, what you're doing, what the fans don't see. And it sounds like, they working with him, sounds like he's working on his craft, but for whatever reason, that confidence level right now is a struggle. And I don't know enough about right and left tackle, and I've coached high school ball and all the things. I know there's a variance of differences for that position, especially with the speed of the guys in the National Football League. But at this point in the game, Tannehill is affecting him, right? It's just, how he's dropping back, the timing, trying to get rid of the football. Probably even with that case, that's got to affect your accuracy at some point, too, because you're so worried about what's on the horizon behind your back. So, it's a trickle-down effect, man, and I don't know what they need to do extra with him. I'm not sure he's looking at the film and trying to correct his wrongs, but for whatever reason, right now, it's not translating on the field.
Kevin Dyson with us on 3HL at KT Dyson 87. You can hear him on Titans Tonight following the Titans game with Will Bowling in the post-game show. We got about 30 seconds, Dice. This Charger offense in that pass game, man, they get tons of yards after the catch, man. I know you like that as a receiver.
Ooh. Yeah, man, that tells you what's happening is the quarterback's getting it out of hand, catching guys on a run, putting in a position where they have the ability to run at the catch, man. And, just Herbert was one of those up-and-coming quarterbacks. He reminds me of where Josh Allen was probably in year 2 of his career, and people started seeing the signs like, okay, he's ready to start taking the league over. And that's kind of where Herbert is. He's kind of getting in that groove where people start to say, he's going to be in that elite quarterback conversation.
Hopefully not this weekend. Thanks, Dice, for the quick visit. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate it, Dice.
All right. Hey, y'all have a good weekend.
Yes, sir.
You too, at KT Dyson 87. I can't believe Friday's already here. You got a winner for Titans, Texans, Stick and Sunk?
I do, and that winner is Lisa Clark.
Lisa Clark, you won Titans, Texans tickets. All right, after party coming up next. That means more of us. Thank you for listening. Appreciate you. Good night. God bless. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Weekend is here, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Miller Lite, Buffalo Wild Wings, Hendersonville. Thank y'all for coming. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
See ya.